Okay, so I want to make a new matchup chart. Uh, it's almost been, I think, like 7 or 8 months since I made my last one. Last one I made was in May. Diddy, he got some changes since then. Infinite removed, couple buffs. We got some new characters added. Other characters have been buffed and nerfed as well. So I just thought it'd be time to finally update this matchup chart. And actually, just looking at it, I don't think too much is going to change actually for my matchup chart. To be honest, I think I made a pretty good matchup chart before. Um, but another thing, uh, for me doing a video is I can elaborate a little bit more because I usually get a lot. Well, usually get a good amount of comments. When I make my tweet asking like, well, why do I think this person is here, this character is here, this character is there, and I just don't really have time to respond to everything, or I'm just too lazy to. So at least this way for a video, I can have at least a little bit of an explanation to it on everyone. I think it would just be a lot better, so people can just listen to my explanation, and then if they want to, they can respond to explanation instead of asking why do I think a character's here or there, right? Um, and to be honest, still, even though I like 2 years into this game, I feel like I still don't know like a lot of these characters. I don't really have like a lot of experience with a lot of these characters because there's just so many characters. So I might be wrong on a good amount of these. Um, but I think a lot of my thoughts on a character are going to be based off of not only my personal experience, but I've pulled up some other Diddy Kong matchup charts here. Tweak, Aaron, and Dakpo just for reference, and my older one, of course, just for reference, so I can kind of see what they think on matchups that I don't think I'm as good at in or as experienced in. I can kind of reference theirs. If I think that they probably have more matchup experience than me and have the right idea. Um, so my matchups, my decisions for where matchups will be are kind of also just theory crafting. Um, like I still don't have a lot of experience in. It's just me theory crafting, and I could still totally be wrong in those two. But I feel like I'm pretty good at theory crafting ever since like the Brawl days. I feel like I have like a good knowledge on Diddy and like what his strengths and weaknesses are as a character and like what other characters can do kind of to combat that. Um so yeah, my matchup chart. So let's see. First one. I don't know what order I'm going to do this in. Um I have my game up. I can just look at the character select screen and just go in rows maybe. I think I'll do that. So first one, Mario. Mario, I think we it could either be a slight loss or a solid disadvantage. I think we for sure lose the matchup. Um, for right now, I'm gonna say slight disadvantage, but I might move it up to solid disadvantage. So Mario just like he obviously combos us like really hard. I mean, he does that to every character. I think with our character though, Diddy, he can kind of trap us in the air a little bit easier than a lot of other characters. We have really bad airspeed, aerial mobility, right? Um, we can like if we're really high up in the air, we can like always monkey flip away or like double jump monkey flip away. But you do not want to get hit out of your double jump against Mario for one. Because then you're just going to get punished even harder, or be put in scenarios where it's like a 50-50. Like you're going to go high, you're going to go low without a monkey flip, and either case can spell death against Mario. Another thing with high monkey flips is that Mario's combos don't really send you that high. Like you're always pretty close to Mario, kind of at all times. Like his up air doesn't really have a lot of knockback; it just combos into itself, right? A lot of times. So that's not really a great position, I don't think, to get away from Mario and do like high monkey flips. Like that's an area where you can still be chased pretty well. Um, Cape and Flood can be a little bit annoying and kind of it can give you it can give Mario some jank kills in this matchup. I think like against barrels. I mean, me personally, I love using barrels defensively. A lot of you probably know that. And Flood and Cape can kind of you can definitely play around it, but I'm kind of wary at just using barrels like at zero because I like don't want to get just like flooded off stage from a position or just caped off stage from like a position. So I kind of am a little bit more wary in this matchup to use barrels. Um, we can actually trade with a lot of his stuff. Mario doesn't have the greatest range. I mean, most of his range doesn't really come from his attacks. It comes from his high area mobility. Like he can just be on one side of the stage and like be in the center of the stage just with like a short hop aerial. Um, but a lot of our like for example our Nair neutral air will trade with like a lot of his aerials a lot of times. Neutral is really good in this matchup. I think short hop neutral air out of shield and all of that stuff. Uh, so neutral might be like the one reason why I think this matchup would be slight disadvantage over solid disadvantage. So, is there anything else to say about this matchup? Fun fact: this matchup. So Mario Diddy's up B, if you don't know, has a very, very, very small amount of heavy armor on it. Um, Mario's fireballs, only when he's charging them, not when he's released them. When he's charging them, they have really they're a very small amount of heavy armor. Mario's fireballs, if it gets staler, the longer it's been out, it does less damage. Like it does more damage if it hits you point blank, or less damage if it hits you like at max range, right? And so max range like fireball, you can heavy armor through it if you're ever in a position off stage that you're getting hit by like a max range fireball. You can just armor through it with the charge and then release. So, uh, yeah, I just think his combo game on Denny's punish game is just really devastating. And Diddy has a good punish game too, but Mario just has more opportunities to get a really good combo off his like stray hits than Diddy does, I think. Um, and yeah, Mario just has options to play around Banana. Oh, one other thing, because his up smash is invincible, using forward air in this match can be really scary, like when you're at kill percent. So you don't want to get like spamming forward air and get red with the like run up reverse up smash. That scenario is always pretty scary. It has been since Smash 4. So yeah, right now I'd say it's slight disadvantage. Um, next DK. So DK, I'm going to put in solid disadvantage, 60-40 or better. Obviously he's a heavy character that can spell some trouble for Diddy. I still really hate rage in this game, so like he can build up the rage if you don't get the kills on him, and it can be hard to kill DK, obviously because he's heavy. But his disadvantage state just sucks. Sucks really bad for him in this matchup. We can harass him really, really good off stage. Z drop dares, run off. We can run off forward airs up B. We can back airs up B. DK can play. He can mix it up a little bit to go around like forward air and back air and stuff like that. But yeah, he can struggle off stage, I think. We have the infinite on him, the grounded infinite, and he's one of the best characters to do it on. Maybe the best character to do it on. Him or Bowser. The thing with Bowser is that let me explain the grounded infinite a little bit. This isn't really supposed to be like a grounded infinite tutorial or anything, but since we're talking about DK and he's one of the more prominent characters works on, the best setup against for the grounded infinite is just to have a 2-toss banana in your hand, wait for him to hit your shield, and just punish him out of shield. You throw the banana, full hop, instant throw down, and just start it from there. And so, his back air I think can be safe on shield. If he does like, I don't know how well he has to do the back air, like if it has to be a full hop or not, or how low to the ground it has to be. But I'm pretty sure his back air can be safe on shield against banana toss at least. what else? So, oh, and that's the best setup for the Infinite is doing that. So, and the Infinite, I think, can be really good, but the lack of setups. We just need like more setups, more practical setups into the Infinite. Right now, it's like really hard because the best setup is the two toss banana setup, and the other ones are kind of situational. And so if they just wait to not hit your shield until you like they try to bait you to throw the banana and stuff, um, then it's gonna be really hard to get it. Um, we can kind of pressure that. We like pressure him while he's trying to bait it out with peanuts and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, the infinite I think it does matter in this matchup, and I'm pretty sure I'm like the only person doing the ground infinite. I think it does matter. It's still pretty hard to do. It's still pretty situational. Um, but yeah, the fact that already kind of think the matchup 60-40, and the fact that we have this ground infinite that works almost exclusively on him, just makes the matchup even worse. I'm not putting too much stock in the infinite. I guess I'm talking about it more than I should, for the amount of stock I'm putting into it. But yeah, I think it is significant. If you have a good DK in your region, you should learn the infinite. What else? His tilts picking up bananas from such a far range can be kind of annoying. And he can cover like when Diddy's in disadvantage. He can cover the stage pretty well. He's a real good dash attack or good dash strength and dash attack. Um, he has really good throw punish game, but his grab I don't think is that great. So you can kind of play around that. But yeah, that's DK I think. Next, Link. So Link, um, I think this matchup for sure we lose personally. He's a heavy character, and he can also kill really early. He's a heavy character, that's not fat like DK. So that kind of sucks because our punish game is not as good. He also has a like frame 3 nair that's super disjointed and like pretty safe. So he's a better combo breaker than DK, or other fat characters, which is really annoying. Like it can be really you can space forward air around his neutral, but it's kind of hard. Um, Bomb is kind of annoying to deal with this matchup. It can block banana, uh, and if it blocks banana, it's usually just kind of sitting on stage as a stage hazard against you. Um, like especially like let's say I hit the bomb with like a one toss banana, and now I don't have a banana. I'm trying to get another one out. Well, that bomb's just kind of sitting on stage as a stage hazard, limiting on how I can pull banana out, and he also has a boomerang to help him pressure us as well. Um, what else? The biggest biggest thing about this matchup I think is just how heavy he is. It can be really hard to kill Link. I think. Um, I'm not too experienced in this matchup, but yeah, I mean he has a sword, can kind of get around our disjoint. It's just he's not like a typical like sword Fire Emblem character either that we typically do well on. Or at least stereotypically do well on. He doesn't rely on his sword as much because he's also kind of a zoner with the projectiles. Um, yeah, he's just a lot faster in this game than previous games. Projectiles are more annoying in this game than previous games, and he's heavy. So it's kind of my reasoning for why we lose to Link. Next, Samus and Dark Samus. I'm just gonna put Samus on here. I guess I will talk a little bit about the differences. So I didn't know this until one of our local Samus players brought it up to me. But Samus is probably the better of the two Samuses, mostly because her double jump turns her into a ball, and it can be harder to hit that than Dark Samus, whose double jump doesn't turn her into a ball. I don't know. I think it has to be a backwards jump. The backwards double jump turns her into a ball, which is annoying. We also have an infinite on Samus. It's slightly different variation, but the setup is so much harder on Samus. Like she has to hit you with an aerial when you have a two toss banana, like point blank range for us to get the main setup on her. And her smash or her aerials, I don't think are anywhere as laggy as the others, and she's not typically like short hop or even full hopping aerial into your shield anyway. Her keep away game's really annoying to deal with. Uh, like down B can kind of limit our down B and missiles can kind of limit our banana punishes sometimes. Like if you land banana as she poops out a missile or whatever, um, then you can't just like run up and follow up off of it. You can up B over it and hit her, but it's not. You kind of have. It's kind of tight sometimes. It just depends on the situation. Edge guarding her can be a little bit annoying because she can stall herself so well and she can kind of basically choose when she gets back to the stage. I think. Um, Dealing with her tether isn't bad though. Like, I mean, this goes for most tether characters. Like, I think you have to be. People aren't as good as recognizing the fact that tethers have less invincibility on the ledge, especially at higher percents. But as you know, the more airtime you have, the more invincibility you have, and Samus can just kind of wait until she has like max invincibility if she really wants to. But sometimes you can kind of hit her, like, let's say you hit her out of her double jump. That kind of limits on how long she can stall, and that you can kind of harass her tether. Like you can do the monkey flip at ledge to try to two framer, Z drop, stuff like that. I think I usually like to just set up a ledge traps though against her with banana instead of going for the Z drop like down air or something. Or actually, I think something I really like to do in the matchup, I'll use banana in hand and I'll monkey flip into the ledge to try to get the two frame, and then I will Z drop the banana after the monkey flip and then double jump back on stage if that makes sense. Because the Z drop after the monkey flip kind of just puts out another hitbox for her to kind of deal with that she usually probably doesn't expect. Of course, though, that's kind of a gimmick. Though you're just ultimately you're probably just tacking on a couple more percent. Um, then you have to pull out another banana. Uh, because she's probably just gonna up B immediately anyway, back to stage. But it can kind of mess her up sometimes. Sometimes they do like panic air dodge and will SD after that, or sometimes they will. Sometimes the banana can kind of turn them around and they'll be up being the wrong way. And I don't think Samus's up B backwards will ledge snap, or at least it has a different ledge snap. I see Samus's all the time up B past the ledge with her back turn, so I'm assuming that she can't ledge snap, or it's kind of limited to when, or when she's facing forward. Um, yeah, I think any character that can charge like neutral B, it can be really scary for Diddy to play against. So Samus, Mii Gunner, Lucario, even Wii Fit Trainer, anyone that has a chargeable, like blue ball of energy or aura or whatever, it can just be kind of scary to deal with because you don't want to trade with it. Like you're trying to threaten banana toss, and you don't want to trade with like a fully charged one, like because you're not going to be able to punish after your banana, and it's going to do like 20 damage anyway, or probably more. So yeah, I think we slightly, or not slightly, I think it's a solid disadvantage. Maybe it could move down to slight if I knew the matchup better, if we knew the matchup better, if we had more experience in it. But for right now, I'm going to put solid disadvantage. Uh, Personally, she's one of my least fun characters to fight against. So next, Yoshi. Oh boy, and then I guess Samus is a top three least favorite character to fight, and Yoshi's probably my top one or two. I used to think this matchup. I In the very beginning of the game, I thought maybe it was our advantage. Maybe just because Diddy always beaten Yoshi, but then I started thinking it was even. Now I'm starting to think it's slight disadvantage. I'm gonna put Yoshi for slight disadvantage for right now, and maybe move him to even later, depending on. I mean, I'm pretty sure I put him even before. Yeah. Um. No, Dakpo hates that matchup. Does he think we lose it? He puts it as even. What does everyone else think? Tweak says advantage. Aaron says even. I put it as even. Yeah, I guess that kind of convinced me. Look at everyone else's. Um, Man, maybe that could be slight disadvantage. I don't know. I think I'm kind of saying slight disadvantage, but just seeing everyone else's matchup charts making me put even. I don't think either person really has fun in this matchup. It's just kind of like Yoshi trying to bait item throws a lot. His aerials are so safe now. Nair is especially safe. Dealing with Nair is the worst thing, I think. He lands in your shield with Nair, you try to punish with a banana, and then he just Nairs out of shield anyway. That's probably one of the most annoying things about the matchup, I think. We can't really combo him so that well. He's a floaty heavy. He's one of the like Samus, floaty heavy, which is a really not fun thing to play against with Diddy. So it can be hard to combo. Double jump has armor, so also kind of hard to deal with, or not fun to deal with. That I guess I should say. We can harass them in the air if you just get like really good neutral air and up air and banana pluck, and even full hop side B. Full hop side B is something I kick is something I really started liking in this matchup. Like if you read an egg toss, since the kick will go through egg toss and stuff. Um, but kind of the counterplay to that, I think, is just for Yoshi to be patient, and Yoshi should just be being patient anyway in this matchup. Um, yeah, killing Yoshi is such a pain. He's heavy, and his keep away game is really, really annoying. And with all of his moves being so safe on shield, the more I say this, the more I say this, I'm just gonna put Yoshi slight disadvantage. Actually, like the more I'm thinking about it now. Um, Things we have in the matchup is just that we are also really hard to approach. For Yoshi, he has to still really be careful. So I said that it's hard to like punish neutral or as other aerials on shield. Like I think the best aerial to punish on shield, or at least the most common one that I punish, is back air when they're trying to get the kill. Um, uh, eggs in this matchup, they just they play a part for sure. Like it's something that I feel like I shouldn't be getting hit by, but ultimately just by how spammy they are, you're going to get hit by a few, and it's going to rack up eventually. So how well you do in this matchup, I think a lot depends on how much extra damage are you just taking from random egg throws. Um, let's see. There was something else I was going to say about this matchup, but I think I forgot it. Maybe I'll come back to it later. But yeah, the more I said it, or oh yeah, Diddy's strength of his matchup. Oh, now I remember. So I said that Diddy shouldn't, or Diddy. A lot of times it can be hard to punish aerials on shield. Like if he hits an aerial on your shield, your typical course of action on a lot of characters would be to I'm going to throw the banana at you right out of shield. But he can shield it a lot of times and punish you with his nair. So I think what you should be doing in this matchup is after he hits your shield, short hop, because well, not even short hop or Z drop, because his aerials are just that safe a lot of times. And also his aerial mobility is so good that he can usually like hit your shield and still drift far enough away for it to be kind of far enough away to get away from short hop Z drop banana. So I think short hop or full hop sometimes short hop full hop banana toss down is a little bit safer and puts a lot of pressure on Yoshi. And that's a good setup anyway, but kind of one of the downfalls in this matchup. Like it's good against a lot of other characters anyway, because a lot of times they'll get shield poked, but Yoshi doesn't won't get shield poked against that. But it's still really good pressure. You pressure him to neutral air out of shield, and then you can kind of hit him on top with maybe your own neutral air or forward air or something like that. So it's my thoughts on the Yoshi matchup. So ultimately, right now, I'm putting Yoshi in disadvantage, slight disadvantage, because floaty heavy. It's really hard to combo, really hard to kill. Dealing with his kill power is not easy. And just catching Yoshi is such a pain. It's just so hard to catch you. If you fall behind this matchup, it's such a pain. Um, Yoshi with the lead is really, really difficult to deal with. Um, Yoshi with the lead is definitely 40-60 at least. I'm not going to go so far as to say 35-65 yet when you're losing, but yeah. You do not want to lose the first stock in this matchup. Whoever loses the first stock in this matchup, I think, can get a really big advantage because, like I said, Yoshi has a hard time approaching Diddy also. Next, Kirby. So Kirby, we put 60-40. Also, I think I'm putting most of these characters kind of unordered right now. I'm kind of shooting for ordered, but I'm not putting too much thought in it. Later after all this, I might try to sort out the order a little bit more. I might do that off camera. We'll see. So 60-40 or better. Kirby's combo game on Diddy, really, really good. If he catches you without a mid-air jump, and you're still kind of close, that can be kind of devastating, like off stage or whatever. You can always full hop side B to get away. Full hop side B is really good against Kirby because how slow Kirby is. Just play it safe. You don't want to get any of your side Bs like hard punished, so don't side B like into Kirby if you're trying to get back center stage because they can really hard punish you. But the keep away game on Kirby, Diddy can do that really well, I think. I think that's all I have to say about that matchup. I don't really have a lot of experience in it, but that's just kind of my experience from Kirby in this game, and also past games. That's kind of how you always played it. So Fox is next. So Fox, I think I would have said Fox was solid disadvantage like a year ago, but I'm starting to think slight disadvantage now, and then maybe even. I want to see what other Diddy say about Fox. I think Aaron said we won it, right? Where's Fox? Oh, here, yeah. Aaron says we win it. Tweak says even. Yeah, and Dak Post says disadvantage. So I'm going to be kind of in between. I'm going to say slight disadvantage for right now. I think this is a matchup that the buffs probably helped us with. The buffs on Diddy's normals. Like forward tilt is pretty good at 2-framing Fox's recoveries. His side B at least. Down smash. We got a buff on down smash too. Fox is a character that is down smash works better on than most characters since he's a light fast faller, and the angle that down smash sends out is kind of low, so it's kind of bad for Fox to be at the angle to be recovering it. So I think even with the infinite nerf or the removal, I guess I should say infinite removal, the bust probably overall helped us out in this matchup. And I guess that is something to note. I think overall Diddy got nerfed when he lost Infinite, but there are a good amount of matchups where it really helped us out, and I think Fox was probably one of them. The way Tweak plays, I could see doing really well against Fox. A lot of stuff that Tweak's been doing, like Tweak plays a really full hoppy Diddy, like full hop Z drop Nair and stuff like that. I mean Z drop aerials. He Z drop aerials a lot, but what's caught me the most, or what's brought to me like the most attention from Tweaks, the way Tweaks plays Diddy is his full hop game. And I think that's really good against Fox. I don't see Fox having great answers to that. The way that Diddy can play his full hop game. Obviously, his up air is pretty devastating, but that takes time, and you'd have to like hard read a full hop for Fox to just like jump up and up air you out of a full hop or whatever. So I think that's kind of the way Tweak plays. I haven't seen him play any Foxes personally, but I think the way Tweak plays, I've been trying to adopt a lot of what Tweak's been doing into my own play, and I feel like that's pretty good against Fox. So that's made me think it's slight disadvantage. I can even see it being even in the future. Fox did just get buffed though. I don't know how well the buffs play a part in this matchup. But for right now, I'm going to say slight disadvantage. Again, this one's not something I'm super experienced with in this game. But him just being such a fast, kind of hard-hitting character can be hard to deal with. I did play ZD in a lot of friendlies at CEO Dreamland to get ready for another Fox I had in my pools. I'm sorry, I forget his name. He was a really good Fox too. You see to beat me. I got the win out though, which was nice. Was his Temptations is his name, I think. Um, anyway, I played ZD a lot to get ready for them. And ZD was definitely pretty good in the matchup. And it felt like it was hard, like it was harder for Diddy. And I think we talked about the matchup a little bit too. And he said that he also thinks Fox wins the matchup. I think that's what he said. Anyway, yeah, Fox, slight disadvantage. Next, Pikachu. Oh boy. So I have a good amount to say about Pikachu. I'm gonna say it is still one of our hardest matchups, but I will say that I don't think Pikachu players right now are playing it right. I don't think any Pikachu players are playing it right from what I've seen. Um, I think it's something like I think because of the way Pikachu just pancakes over a lot of stuff. I think in this matchup in particular, if Pikachu's got better and knowing when or like what moves that Pikachu is safe from, when Diddy's trying to punish, that could be like such a real pain to deal with. But no Pikachu players I feel like have really labbed that out. Like Banana Toss goes over Pikachu's head like all the time, and it's so annoying to deal with. It feels like Pikachu does this like super unsafe thing right on my shield, and it feels like I can't do anything sometimes. Um, Twig said that we won the matchup, which I really don't agree with, but I do like the way he plays it. Again, this is mostly a theory crafting thing because no Pikachu players are doing what they should in the matchup, I think, to make it this bad. So, I guess the way that Pikachu players are playing it right now, I would say it's 40-60 or 45-55, one of the two, for sure. But I guess potentially it's 35-65, and that's how I kind of see it. Um, yeah, Pikachu players just like knew what moves is safe against Diddy's shield like all the time, and in situations against Banana Toss, that would be such a big pain to deal with. Obviously, being edge guarded against this character sucks, but Pikachu's good against edge guarding a lot of characters. As long as you're not getting caught out of your double jump, or as long as you still have your double jump, you're going to be pretty good, I think. Just be sure to try to use up B first if you can. Um, what else? I know enough. So one of the hard things about this matchup too is you do not want to be trapped at the corner against Pikachu. Not because he has that great of a pressure game. I don't think. Yeah, Pikachu's pressure game is pretty solid, but nothing that a lot of these other characters don't have. But it's just you don't want to get caught off stage. I feel like you just want to stay in the center stage as much as possible, just so you don't get thrown off stage. At least when you're at zero. Because when you get thrown off stage, there's always a chance you could die for sure. Um, and so we can like full hop monkey flip to get away from a lot of Pikachu's stuff, or double jump monkey flips when we're in disadvantage and stuff. But a lot of times that just puts us back at the corner of the stage. You just don't want to be in that position. Um, so yeah, that's my thoughts about the matchup. Again, summarize again. I think this is where it should be if Pikachu players really labbed out the matchup. But the way people are playing it right now, like if you're losing to a Pikachu player right now, yeah, it's a bad matchup, but it's nothing like you can't do. I don't think there are any Pikachu players that are playing this to its fullest potential. So, right, it would be 40-60 or 45-55 the way Pikachu players are playing it right now. Next, Luigi. So Luigi, I'm going to say slight advantage still. This matchup was a matchup that was kind of hard in Smash 4. I think some people said we lost it. I don't remember. I think I still thought we might have won it, or if it was even. Um, but one of the big things that changed in this game was Banana being transcendent in this matchup is a huge change because it doesn't just get destroyed by Fireball, which is really big. What else? So Luigi's like a really slow character, especially in the air. So you can definitely take advantage of either running away from him if you want to, and just like you can really press advantage of this matchup. I think you can harass Luigi off stage really well. Luigi's pretty much always forced to go low in this matchup. Most matchups, I think he is also, but going low always opens the door for monkey flip kick into the edge of the stage to get the 2-frame. Luigi players should be good at teching that anyway, but it's just something else that they have to deal with. Z-drop also, Z-drop down air, you can threaten that with too. What I like to do also in this matchup is Z-drop at the ledge, and then monkey flip into the stage, just have two things kind of pressuring him off stage. What else in this matchup? Yeah, I feel like Diddy can run away in this matchup if he wants to. I think Diddy's to play this matchup optimally, he should know when to be running away and know when he should be pressing his advantage state, or knowing when he should be pressuring Luigi and how to pressure Luigi. Obviously, Luigi can still hit like a truck, but full hop monkey flip to get away, or double jump monkey flip to get away from Luigi works really well because of how slow he is. So I'm going to say this is a slight advantage. Ness is next. I put this matchup as even before. In my last matchup, I think. I put it as a hard even. It can be slight disadvantage too. I think it's one of the two, even or slight disadvantage. For right now, I'm going to stick to my guns and say even. I know Dagpo hates this matchup, and Dagpo has a lot of experience in this matchup too, so I kind of trust his judgment, but I feel like it's hard to say. I feel like this is something else that like in theory, we should do pretty well against Ness. We can still keep him out with aerials and stuff like that, but one of the harder things about in this game is how well he can kind of mind game you with down B. He can stall with down B and kind of stall when he mix up when he's going go in. It makes it harder to read, like when Ness is going to come in at you, when you should be dropping shield, when you should be throwing banana and all of that. This matchup, did I say even before? This is something that the bus probably helped us in. Forward tilt, we can forward tilt Ness's recovery really well as up B into the stage. If you forward tilt his up B, I feel like that should be stock a lot of times. Maybe not every time, but a lot of times. Because even if he can like air dodge and up B back, or just straight up B back, it's enough time for a lot of times just to go out and edge guard him. Another thing I think in this matchup too is that this might be kind of ignorant for me to say. I don't know. But when up B, when Ness is forced to up B into the stage to get that additional height so he can use the second up B, I feel like players should be better, not just Diddy players, but every player should be better at recognizing when he has to do that and already be kind of positioning to eat his up B, take the hit from his up B, and get hit by it yourself. Because when he has to use the second up B, a lot of times it's kind of transparent on how he's going to have to do that. Not every time, but I feel like a lot of times that's the case. So, yeah, down tilt is still super good in this matchup. Ness doesn't have the best grounded approaches. So if you like aerials into your shield, it depends on how he does it. Like, let's say he's going for back air, you can drop shield and down tilting because Ness won't really have anything to threaten you if his back's towards you and he lands to the ground. And forward air is still a pretty good anti-air against Ness, I think. Forward air and back air, and probably even neutral air too. This is another matchup. I think the way Tweak plays is also going to be really good in this matchup too. The full hoppy style I said before. What did Tweak say? I know Tweak, I think I remember watching his video. He's saying he didn't like it at first, or thought it was hard, but he's gotten a lot better at it. Because he played it best Ness in a lot of Wi-Fi tournaments. I know it's just Wi-Fi, but he put it as even. What did Aaron say? Aaron says... Did he say we win? Yeah, he says we win. Honestly, I could kind of see that too, but for right now I'm gonna I see more slight disadvantage than advantage. Like, I know Diddy's strengths in the matchup, and I feel like it could be enough to even put him in slight advantage in the future. But for right now, I feel like Diddy's weaknesses in the matchup are too transparent, I guess. And I'm gonna put him as even for now. I am leaning more towards slight disadvantage though than advantage. Next is Falcon. So Falcon's kind of a weird one. It's hard to say. Um, even or slight advantage. I don't know which one. I want to put even for right now, mostly because of the Falcon buffs that he got within the time I last made my matchup chart. Falcon, I think a lot of the other Diddy say we win the matchup. I know Aaron says we win the matchup. I know Tweak says we win the matchup. Right? Yeah. Dakpo. Where's Falcon on here? There he is. He says side advantage too. Which, yeah, I can see. For right now, I'm going to put even, mostly because of the buffs that Falcon got. I think Aaron's and Dakpo's matchup charts were before the Falcon buffs, but I might be wrong. Otherwise, I would have said side advantage. I have not played Fatality with the newest iteration of Falcon. And I do think that Fatality is the best Falcon in the matchup from what I've seen. I know Tweak has played a lot of Falcons in the Grind Discord. And I think he kind of poops on them most of the time, from what I know, which might be going where why he says advantage. I think if he played Fatality, I want to say he'd still probably win, to be honest. I just think Fatality is much better at the matchup, though. But Fatality kind of flubs a lot of things, I think. I guess, for instance, and this is not no shade at Aaron or anything, or no, I'm not trying to be a Georgia bias or anything, but I know Aaron played Fatality at an offline tournament with Diddy, and he won, although it was only one game. But I think Fatality played really bad in that matchup. I don't remember if Aaron played good or not. I think I remember Aaron also making a lot of flubs too in the matchup. To be honest, I think it was just not really a good set. But I could definitely, I can for sure see slight advantage too. So the reason I'm putting even, it might just be my Smash 4 bias coming out, because in Smash 4, Falcon could be kind of a pain to deal with. And I thought we won the matchup in Smash 4 still, but Falcon had a lot of good strengths in the matchup in Smash 4 that I still think carried over to this game in the matchup. Mostly the offstage game. Yeah, mostly the offstage game that I don't see other Falcons really take advantage of. That Fatality does take advantage of, I think. But he hasn't really showcased it when he's played other Diddies right now. So, yeah, I mean, results wise, and the way everyone else says, this matchup should totally be side advantage at the very least. But I'm going to stick to my gut and say Falcon's even. He's heavy, and Rage can kind of screw us in this matchup a lot, just because he's a heavy fast faller. His stray hits can really, really hurt. Like, he will be a character that you are like, he's like at 150 and you're still having a hard time killing, and then he'll like Falcon kick you like at 100 and you'll die or something like that. It's annoying. I don't even care too much about his punish game. It's more of just his single hit finishers that are such a pain to deal with when he has rage, and he has rage a lot in this matchup, I think. And also the offstage game. Offstage can be kind of annoying because he can fall with soft knee to intercept your barrels, or even side B. Because if he does it against side B, you're forced to double jump, and if he hits with the late part of soft knee, he can double jump up air, and that can also be just really, really annoying to deal with. Yeah, I mean, both characters can punish each other pretty hard, and we do win neutral for sure. I mean, the way that if we do win this matchup, is definitely because we just out neutral this character, and it can be a real big pain for Falcon to approach Diddy. But yeah, ultimately I want to say even, just because his heaviness, his kill power, and the offstage game are all in Falcon's favor, I think. Also, plucking a banana against Falcon is also a real big pain because of how fast he is. You have to really choose your spots when you're plucking a banana against Falcon. Otherwise, if you like for example, like probably the more common way to get banana out is to like if at least a neutral is just to say hey, I'm going to give up neutral for it now. You can take it. I'm going to go get a banana. Um, because this is definitely a matchup you want banana in. And without banana, Falcon's speed and dash dance um, is at least enough to threaten Diddy in neutral for sure. I know Falcon's dash dance isn't supposed to be good because his dash back is kind of bad, but it's not so much the dash back that's like, or the dash back's not like the big thing for dashing into the matchup. In this matchup, it's just that he has a lot he can threaten with us with his speed, his burst options, dash attack, dash grab. Obviously not as good as Smash 4. Um, just dash in, short hop aerial or whatever. He just has the speed to get in on Diddy without banana, and so I feel like this is a matchup. It can definitely be worth it just to go pull out banana, give up neutral, and just pull out banana. But he can still even pluck that. He can still punish the pluck like really well. So yeah, you want to be careful in this matchup for sure. So I'm gonna say even for now. Next Jigglypuff. I don't think I have too much to say about this character. Definitely 60-40 or better. We just anti-air. She doesn't have a lot of range on her aerials. She has good drift speed. I feel like that's about it. Um, yeah, I mean she can weave in and out really well to kind of pressure us when we do try to go for anti-airs, like short hop forward air. Forward air is kind of laggy. You're just kind of stuck in the animation for a while, and we have bad drift speed. So if I want to do retreating forward air, kind of hard to do that. I mean, Jigglypuff can kind of pressure you with that, but ultimately we just anti-air. Short hop neutral air is good in the matchup. Short hop forward air is good in the matchup. Short hop back air is good in the matchup. Short hop up air is good in the matchup. You can just kind of hold shield with a banana. You just get pressure with a little bit with side B and your airspeed, but yeah, I think we win this matchup pretty solidly. It might be our best matchup, or probably top 3 at least. To be honest, I know that's not saying much. These Jigglypuffs pretty low tier. Okay, next Peach Daisy. I want to say slight disadvantage. I think Diddy definitely has strengths in this matchup. He can keep Peach out pretty well. We can play the neutral game pretty well against her. I think the big thing I'm going to say Peach wins is her damage output is too good. Better than Diddy's. Diddy has good damage output too. But Peach just does it a little bit better, I think. So I guess you could say Peach has the better punish game. We have the better neutral. If you can out neutral her, then you can win this matchup for sure. There are other Diddy's much better in the matchup than I am. A lot of them actually, I think. If you ever want to watch how to play this matchup, watch Nelvin versus I think Ling Ling. Nelvin plays this matchup really well. That would be a case to put it even, maybe even slight advantage to be honest. But I'm gonna say slight disadvantage for now. I think Peach's damage output is just really good when she does get the hits, and she kind of does it really well. I don't know too much about the character, to be honest, Peach. Like her gimmicks, I mean, but she does have gimmicks that she can use. And I don't know how well Diddy can get around a lot of those gimmicks. I say gimmicks. They're probably not actually gimmicks though. She can edgeguard Diddy pretty well. Trap us in the air. Down air up B if we go low. Try to intercept our side B with aerial, like forward air or something if we go mid or high. Peanuts are pretty good in this matchup until they start getting turnips for free. They start pulling out turnips, then Peanuts become bad in the matchup, I think. But yeah, I'm going to say slight disadvantage for right now. Next, Bowser. Okay, so I think a lot of the other, I know Tweak and Aaron have both put this matchup. Aaron puts it as hard win. Tweak puts it, I'm pretty sure, a strong advantage. Let's see what Dakpo says. Dakpo says that even he's a little bit more enlightened. I'm gonna say that we for sure lose this matchup unless we can start taking advantage of the infinite. I'm gonna say if 45. Oh wait, I just grabbed Diddy. Diddy can be even. Where's Bowser? There he is. I'm gonna say 45-55. Slight disadvantage for now. Without the infinite, you can even move further to 40-60. This is something I'm really confident in saying, that we lose this matchup without the infinite. Really, really confident. Bowser just lives so long. He's the heaviest character in the game, I'm pretty sure. Even if I get a banana trip, when he's at 120, 130, a lot of times just doesn't kill. And he kills this below 100 a lot of times. Things about this matchup. He has a really threatening out of shield game with up B. Of course, you can bait that out and you can hard punish him. But if Bowser's know what moves are punishable and not punishable, with up B, they can play that game pretty well. Sitting in shield against this character can also be scary kill percents because side B. That's one of the things that makes the infinite kind of hard in this matchup, is that he can threaten us when we're sitting in shield harder, a lot better than DK can. Fire Breath is also good on shield. Fire Breath in this matchup can be really annoying because the wind box. Banana is affected by wind box, even though it's transcendent for some reason. Kind of stupid if you ask me. If Fire Breath didn't push Banana away, Fire Breath would not be an option in this matchup at all if Diddy had Banana, and that would be really big for us, but it does. We combo this character so hard, but I feel like a lot of stocks I'm just playing, and ultimately it doesn't really matter. I said I had a lot of practice in this matchup, by the way. There's a lot of Georgia Bowsers. And my training partner DRN, who I haven't really been playing with them that much in this matchup, but I played a lot with them in earlier game, and I'm still really confident in saying that we lose this matchup. Forward air is even kind of hard to throw out in neutral sometimes because he can up smash out a shield, and that can punish if you're not careful with your forward air. If we had Smash 4 hitbox forward air, it would not be that big of a deal at all. And we'd probably win the matchup. But because our hitboxes are so much worse, we have to kind of risk more when we throw out moves. And Bowser's can just capitalize that on really well. You don't want to trade with him. His dash dance is really good. So if he can shield our banana, right? When we have a banana hand, that should, all against a lot of characters, that opens the room for spamming side B a little bit more. But Bowser's dash dance is really, really good, and he can just kind of drop shield dash dance away. I think his dash back, I don't know for sure, I've never really looked at it, but I feel like his dash back is really good. And if we miss side B, then he can just hard punish us. We can harass Bowser off stage for sure, pretty well. If we can optimize off stage play in the infinite, then this could be advantage. But right now, without the infinite, I don't think we can say that we win this matchup at all. Definitely a disadvantage without the infinite. Next is Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers, where are they? So I think we win this matchup. I'll put slight advantage for now. What did I say before? Did I put solid? I put slight, okay. I'm going to say slight advantage for now. It could even be better than that. But it could also be worse than that. Ice Climbers, Ice Climbers is just such a toss up. I don't I don't even know how good like the good Ice Climber players are with their punish games, but their punish games can be like really really scary. Obviously, um, Diddy's really good at separating them though. I think Banana is such a good tool at separating them, and so if we separate them, punish Nana, like I mean that's always been the game plan against Ice Climbers in Brawl and Melee, PM, you name it, just separate them. And Diddy's really good at that. I think. B is good in this matchup if they're ever landing, or if even just Nana is landing and Popo's already in the ground holding shields, still that's probably that can be a really good trade. Popo will punish you sometimes, well most of the time, but if you're upping Nana, that can mean a lot. You want to keep their damage is it's better just to go for one climber, I think, which most of the time that's Nana because Nana is so can be such a dumbass a lot of times. Um, So a lot of times it's good to keep the obviously Nana on the high damage output and keep Popo for later. But really you just want to keep their damages separated because like if Popo is at a really low percent, Nana is at a really high percent. If you hit both of them with the move, one's going to be really close, one's going to be really far, and that's separated, right? But it can even mean the opposite. Like let's just say that Popo has a lot of damage and Nana has very little. Um, Same thing. I just rather have both climber or one climber have a lot of damage and the other one have little a lot of times. Um, Hammer can be annoying. Any of their hammer moves that the disjoint on it is definitely enough to hurt Diddy. Squall Hammer noticeably has a pretty big disjoint. But if you just play around the disjoints and play the separation game, I think we win this matchup. Um, Up B is also not only is it good neutral, but Up B is just good at kind of throwing out a lot of some of Ice Climber's moves. So Blizzard, Ice Block, Squall Hammer, you can up B into them, um, and just control the barrels and hit Ice Climbers because they'll be pretty close. It's good enough to do if you're on the left side of them, I think. On the right side, I probably wouldn't take that risk with the punish game Ice Climbers have, but when you're on the left, yeah, you can probably take that risk, I think. You can harass them off stage with Z-drop bananas and stuff, and yeah, monkey kick into the side of the stage. So yeah, that's Ice Climbers. Sheik. Sheik is a character I don't feel like I have a lot of experience with in this matchup, or in this game, because of how little Sheiks are. I said slide advantage before. Let's see what everyone else says. I think Aaron says we win. Tweak says it's even, right? Did he say it's even? Or did he say we lose? Oh, he said we lose. Yeah, that's what it shocked me. I remember being shocked by what he thought about the Sheik matchup. Dak Post says we win also. I'm going to say it's even also. Or no, not also. So I'm going to be kind of in the middle of them. Yeah, it's not a matchup I have a lot of practice with in this game, but I think for the most part, it stayed pretty similar to Smash 4. What to say about this matchup? We just have worse hitboxes in this game. Yeah, we have worse hitboxes. Sheik has less kill setups, I think. Without having the best throw game. Her throw game in Smash 4 was way more threatening, so they could always like try to read the bouncing fish or whatever. I'm gonna say it's even, though. I used to say slide advantage, but I think I'm kind of leaning with Tweak from the few Sheiks I have played. Offline, it's pretty much just been Fusix, I think, and Fusix said he just made a matchup chart recently, and he said I think it was even also. I'm gonna go with even. Alright, next one. Zelda. Zelda's kind of hard to say. I think we win this matchup. Honestly, I'm just going to default to whatever Dakpo says, which I think he also says we win, because he has a lot of practice um, with Ven. He says advantage. I'm going to say slide advantage, though. Yeah, I'm going to say slide advantage. I think Zelda dealing with Phantom in this match can be annoying. Phantom blocks. Obviously, blocks banana if she releases it. Just playing the Phantom mini game with Zelda. I think the matchup just depends how well you can deal with that. She also can have some jank with like neutral being our recovery when we're trying to recover. Her down air stays out a long time, so it can always gimp us out of up B, stuff like that. She can hit pretty hard too when she does get the hits. So I'm gonna say slight advantage. Next. Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at my character select screen. Um, Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario's a weird one. I think it's one that you think that should be in slight advantage, but sometimes you just feel like you're just getting pounded on and just losing. Doc, I'm gonna say slight advantage still though. I could see it being even though. I think I could see it being even. I'm not sure if I could see it being slight disadvantage at least at this point in the meta. I'm gonna say slight advantage though. Right now, I'm putting Luigi a little bit better. Um, Dr. Mario, he's just slow. Um, yeah, Doc's. I mean, that's the big thing. You out neutral Doc for sure. It's just that when he does get a hit, he hits like a truck. You don't want to trade with this character, and a lot of times he can trade. Like, remember when I was saying with Mario, how we can trade with a lot of Mario's stuff, a lot of his arrows with our arrows? That can be worth it because Mario doesn't. His normals by themselves don't hit by that hard. He has to combo them, right? But Doc, I mean, Doc's moves hit like a truck. That's a character you don't want to be trading with at all. But I mean, I don't have I don't have that much practice with the matchup either. But it's a character I feel like we should be winning just because we're gonna out neutral this character, and we're gonna be out. I feel like we should be out neutraling this character is good enough where we aren't gonna be, or it outweighs how hard Doc hits us. I could see it being even, honestly, though. Just yeah, with the stuff that Doc hits with, like if the Doc player like knows what moves are going to trade with Diddy's and win, that can be really scary. Like you can die like it's so early, 60-70% at the worst probably. But yeah, um, not probably. I guess I should say realistically, but it could definitely happen. Next, Pichu. Pichu's also a weird one. We haven't seen many Pichus since they nerfed him, but I'm gonna say solid disadvantage for now. I'm going to switch Samus and Pichu actually too. This is another one like Pikachu. I think Pichu can really take advantage of pancaking in this matchup also. I said I said that no Pikachus were playing the matchup to its fullest potential. I think Pichus are probably a little bit closer to it just because Pichus naturally just crouch over way more things than Pikachu does. And Pichu also can hit like a truck. Obviously, uh, like Pichu can just die at any time because of how light he is. Like if we get a banana, like it's 70 at the ledge, 60 with rage probably. We charge a forward smash, Pichu's dead. And all it takes is a banana, so they do have to play careful with us. But if they know what moves they can pancake banana under, and what situations it's good to go for those in, and balance the risk or reward and stuff like that, I think that can be a real big pain to deal with. That Pichu, if optimally played, could be 35-65 also. But for now, I'm going to say 40-60 because I don't like Pikachu. I feel like we could easily see Pikachu player reach that level of being 35-65. That's why I put Pikachu there. Pichu, I'm not sure if we'll ever see that happen. Just because the character loyalty to Pichu just is not there right now. No, like a lot of the Pichu players just stopped playing the character. Um, I've also thought about maybe camping Pichu and letting him damage himself. Like if we play kind of full hop aerially in this match also, like full hop nairs, Pichu might have to throw out moves that hurt himself, and also they'll be trading with like our neutral air, and trades wouldn't be in Pichu's favor at all because of how light the character is. Pichu wants to get the combos, and if he's trading with us, he's not going to be getting the combos because he's also going to be in hit stun. But for right now, I'm going to say 40-60. The match can be really annoying. I haven't had that much practice with it since the character got nerfed. But I think this character is still pretty good, to be honest. Oh, not just against Diddy, but against a lot of characters. It's a lot of work to put in the character, and people just don't want to feel like they're fighting Bowser in every single matchup. I mean, I hate playing against Bowser enough already. I couldn't imagine playing if it feel like playing Bowser in literally every matchup. Okay, next one. Falco. Falco. I haven't played against really any Falco since they buffed him. But I'm still going to say slight advantage. I don't know where. Put him somewhere for now. I can rearrange him later. Or whatever. Put Luigi better than Falco for right now. Falco is obviously a really good punish game. I think it's another character like Fox. We can harass recovery with the 4-tilt buffs off stage and stuff like that. Falco's pretty light too. If Falco wasn't so light, I would say it was even or maybe even slight disadvantage. But the fact that we can play neutral so well against Falco, and that he's a light character, kind of spells a lot of doom, I think, for this character. The big thing in this matchup to play around is Reflector, which is a big part of the matchup, playing around Reflector. If you didn't have Reflector, obviously this matchup would be so free, I think. But yeah, we're playing around with Reflector can be annoying. But like as far as neutral goes, we still out neutral the character. You just need to know how to still play around Reflector. Lots of you can use lots of short hop down tosses, not throwing at the Reflector instead to get around it, I think. Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about it. I wish I played against some better Falcos in this matchup since the buffs, because I really don't know how well the buffs affect the matchup, to be honest. So I could see it moving down to 50-50, but for right now I'm going to say slight advantage. Next, Marth and Lucina. I'm just going to put Lucina, or maybe I'll put Marth also. Shoot. I'm going to put Lucina as even still. I think that's one that's kind of controversial against a lot of the Diddies. I think they're going to say, yeah, Aaron says win, Tweak says we win. Dakpo, what does Dakpo say? We win. The reason why, yeah, this is also something I don't have a lot of experience with this matchup. I've kind of just always played my game against Lucina, and it's worked against the Lucinas I played for the most part. I lost to Mr. E at DreamHack. But other than that, I haven't really played against many Lucinas. I just feel like it's like people see sword character and people think Diddy does well against sword characters, but I feel like that's such a two-dimensional way of thinking. You're gonna hear me say that with the other characters too. It's just so stereotypical and two-dimensional. I think of to say that Diddy just beats sword characters. And I'm not just talking about like the zoner or different type of sword characters like Link, because Link is a sword character, but he's also kind of a zoner with projectiles and stuff too. Like Lucina is a very, I don't know what you call it, typical sword character, right? One that relies a lot on fundamentals, but yeah, I don't have a lot of practice, so I could see it being slight advantage like the other Diddy say. But just Lucinas I have played against, I think I want to say it's even. One of the big annoying thing in this matchup, I think, is that a good amount of removes actually low profile our stuff, like our forward air off shield, back air off shield. That's one thing that threw me off when I played Mr. E. And I don't know if he did this intentionally because I know Mr. E was having kind of a Diddy problem beforehand. He was losing to some Diddies. I don't remember all of them, but I think I want to say he lost to Lightning Cam and Nelvin, maybe some others. But he beat Aaron at a Florida tournament, I know, and then he beat me. Um, and he said he was putting a lot of work into the character, right? Or into that matchup. Um, so yeah, the one of the things that really threw me off when I was playing Mr. E was how well down air, low profile shield. I didn't That threw me off so much. So I mean, if you know that I and know how to play around that, which I did not at the time, then maybe maybe that is a slight advantage. But I just the way I felt about this matchup, it's made me feel it slight disadvantage. Yeah, like down air on shield just was surprisingly good against me, at least. I just kept trying to forward her and back out of shield, and I just wasn't really adapting. Mr. E was also really, really good at ledge trapping me, and I'm usually pretty good at getting off the ledge, but Mr. E, he did a really good job ledge trapping me. Um, Another thing that threw me off in the matchup was how good pivot slide F tilting is, or whatever you call it, when you dash and forward tilt, because he would use it like to pick up bananas and also hit me, and sometimes my shield, and it was sometimes safe for my shield, because I think that's another move that kind of low profile like our forward air, but I might be wrong in that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that caught me off guard that maybe if I knew more about, maybe I would be more confident saying that slight advantage. But right now, I want to say it's even. Um, I'm just gonna put Marth there too. Um, I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that. I think the characters are different enough to differentiate them. Young Link is next. Young Link. So Young Link, I'm gonna put solid disadvantage based off what other did he say. I think I might have said slight disadvantage on mine. What did I say? Yeah, I did put slight disadvantage. I'm gonna. I know Aaron says it's one of our harder matchups. Tweak, disadvantage. Dakpo on this one, disadvantage. I'm going to say. I'm gonna say slight disadvantage for now. I'm gonna put it at the very bottom. I could see it moving to solid disadvantage. Yeah. Um, I feel like I've played against some pretty solid your younglings at least. Um, the main reason I'm putting it here is because I compare it to the Toon Link matchup, and I think the Toon Link matchup is actually harder than the Young Link matchup. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and rank Toon Link at the same time. I'll also put Toon Link at slight disadvantage for now. Did I put solid disadvantage before? Yeah, I still did. I put them right next to each other. I'm gonna put them right next to each other right now. Also, I just want to talk about the characters at the same time. The thing about Toon Link is that because of how floaty and how well he can maneuver in the air, I feel like he can platform camp us kind of hard, especially with bombs. Eye dropping items is something I don't see a lot of people do, and I think that was really effective in Brawl. And it's something I don't see Diddy players do. It's really good for Diddy too, not just like Toon Link or other characters that have items, but it's still a really good option. And dealing with that, dealing with having to chase Toon Link, he can rack up a lot of damage trying to chase them. I don't want to. This is another character I would not want to be playing at a stock loss against for sure. Um, yeah, I just feel like he can platform campus really well, and that's the main reason I think he's worse than Young Link. Young Link, he has to play on the ground a little bit more. I feel like I can catch Young Link easier, even though he has like better frame data than Young Link. I don't know. I feel like I can just play around him more. Nothing. I don't feel like I've ever really played against Young Link and made me think that this matchup is as bad as these characters above him. Where I've played against some of these like good players that play these characters, I'm just like, wow, this feels really hard. I don't think I've ever felt like that against Young Link. Maybe I haven't felt a good enough Young Link at the matchup yet. But yeah, I feel like we can catch Young Link. That's the main reason I put him here over Toon Link at least. He's a lighter character too, I think. Um, so he can die. We can harass his recovery also pretty well. Dealing with fire when we're plucking banana can be a little bit annoying. Yeah, but I'm gonna say slight disadvantage. Nothing about the matchup makes me think it's a bad matchup. Nothing as bad as Aaron makes it seem like in the hardest loss tier. But like he's played against who's it, Kobe? I'm sure he's played against other good young links, so he probably has more matchup experience than I have, at least against good young links. Um, so yeah. Next one is Ganondorf. So Ganondorf, we win 60-40 or better. Yeah. Um, I don't know where. It might be our best matchup, also. Um, I mean, we can just kind of run away from the character as long as you're not trading with Ganondorf and you know what moves not to trade again. I think we win. We can harass his recovery. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he can really do much in the matchup except go for those hard trade reads. Like he knows I'm going to forward it here. Um, and even though our forward air out framed out its most of his moves, he can still kind of go for trades sometimes. And that's I think the only way he can kind of win. Uh, but yeah, one of our better matchups. Next, Mewtwo. Um, Mewtwo haven't really. I'm gonna say it's hard. 60-40, 55-40. Let me reference the other what people say here. Winners hard win. Aaron says even. Wow, that's interesting. I'll be honest. For Aaron, I feel like Aaron puts too much stock into his own personal experience on his matchup chart, which is why I don't know. I really don't like Aaron's matchup chart. I think it's the matchup chart I like the least out of all the other Diddies. Um, but I mean, I don't have much practice with this matchup. He could be right, even. What is Tweak says? Advantage, and Dakpo says slight advantage. Yeah, I'll go with slight advantage. I don't have that much practice in the matchup. So I'll put slight advantage. I think it's one of the easier slight advantages. The biggest thing in this matchup Mewtwo has, like I said before, characters that can charge their big balls of energy or aura or whatever, like Samus, um, they can do well in the matchup. The thing that gives Mewtwo a lot of trouble, he's a light character who's also big, and floaty. Those aren't really a good combination against in the Diddy matchup. Like if we get a banana, if we hit Mewtwo with the banana, which shouldn't be the hardest thing to do, um, we can kill him like really early. So yeah, he's big. That's why we can hit him so well. I think. Um, our forward air also still stuffs him out. But yeah, if he's playing a good shadow ball game, then it can be pretty hard. So yeah, I'll say side advantage. Um, Roy's next. So Roy, um, I have a good amount of practice in this matchup, I think, but I might not be the best at it. So Aaron, I want to see what Aaron says because he has a lot of goblin practice. But like I said before, I think he puts too much stock in personal experience. And Goblin's just one Roy. So he says we win. Tweak says we win. Dakpo says we win probably. Right? Where's Roy? Oh, he says even. Okay. Yeah. Dang. I know I put even before, but I've been thinking it's better for us. Maybe enough to put slight advantage for me recently. Um, this is another character that I like the way Tweak plays it a lot. I watched him play Cola. It was online, so online obviously doesn't mean a whole lot, at least to me. Um, and he kind of beat Cola up, I think. Dakpo also beat Cola at Congo Saga. I talked to Cola and he said he felt like he played badly. And I've also played against Cola. I have not beaten Cola yet, personally. Um, I haven't beat him yet. I think I've taken a couple games off his Roy. Sometimes it feels like we just beat this character up, and other times it just feels like we can't do anything. I feel like I'm gonna say even, but it's I know my matchup chart earlier it was ordered. I'm thinking I'm gonna order this a little bit later, my matchup chart. So I'm gonna put it at like the easier end of even. Almost slight advantage for me. Like I said, I used to think it was definitely just a solid even, but I'm starting to think it is slight advantage now. So right now, just to play it safe, I guess I'm gonna keep it as even. Again, this is another people say, oh, sword character, did he beat sword character? But yeah, Roy, his moves are just so good. He's a fast character, and it can be hard to deal with that, like a rush down play style. At least that's how I feel like when I play Colas. Sometimes I just feel like I have very little options. If he hard reads us, sorry, the thing I shouldn't even say hard read because the only thing you have to do against side B, at least in neutral, is just dash back. Dash back is not a hard read, and he can punish side B pretty hard. It can be difficult to know, I think, when to go in on this character. So Dakpo has a lot of practice in the matchup. I think we all have all of our Diddies, Aaron, me, Tweak, and Dakpo. I feel like I don't know about Tweak. Tweak's just played against Cole a couple of times on Wi-Fi, but we all have a good amount of practice in this matchup. When I play it, it feels like it's even. Yeah, when I play it, it feels like it's even, but I'm starting to see how it could be slight advantage. But right now, I'm gonna start to say even. Next, Chrom. I think Chrom is easier than Roy for sure. Where is he? Yeah, I think he's definitely easier than Roy. I just feel like it's playing against Roy, but without as hard of a punish game. That might also be kind of a two-dimensional way of thinking. I mean, I'm not trying to say because they're echoes of each other that they play that similarly, because they are pretty different characters, despite the fact that they're echoes. And I know that for like a lot of other matches, but I think in this particular matchup, they are pretty similar on how they play the matchup. And I think, yeah, playing against Chrom, I feel it's easier than playing against Roy. I just feel like I have to worry less about being hard punished. And Chrom's punish game is nothing to laugh at either, by no means. But Roy just has a better one, I think. Next, Game & Watch. So Game & Watch, and say we win, slight advantage. I could see it being even also. Yeah, I could see this matchup being even for sure. So, Game & Watch. Game & Watch, I just feel like we can just hold shield, and just kind of win the matchup a lot of times. The big thing that's changed in this matchup over the games, I think, is his down B reflex now. It can be annoying to deal with. He can land with down B, and it doesn't have that much cooldown either. It has less cooldown, I feel like, than you would think. Yeah. So dealing with that can be kind of annoying. Because then you have to either threaten side Bs or threaten throwing banana down and landing with an aerial or something like that to punish reflector bucket. And side Bs, they can be hard punished, so you're always kind of wary about throwing out the side Bs, right? So I think I kind of favor short hop down tossing and then lane with forward air back air. The thing about lane with forward air, though, you kind of don't want to, because forward air does have ending lag. And he can go for the shield grab if he thinks you're going to hold shield. Or he can go for like charge down smash if you think you're going to spot dodge. And those are both kind of safe-ish and scary to deal with Game & Watch. He can still hit you really hard. This is definitely the best Game & Watch has ever done, this matchup, as far as the games have gone. Except maybe PM. I'm not really counting PM in this. I don't know about PM though. But in Smash 4 and Brawl, yeah, we hard won the matchups, but now slight advantage. I think Diddy's definitely one of the better characters at dealing with him. Little tidbit about the, how Game and Watches will like sausage at the or bacon at the ledge, right? Um, I've brought this up before in like I think Diddy Discords or on Twitter or whatever. I showed this off against Sabai. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But that's on my YouTube channel if you want to check out that match. You can up beam to the bacon on if you're to the left of him and control it into him pretty easily. So that's actually pretty useful to get off the ledge. Um, but yeah, I think the main reason I think it's slight advantage, you can just kind of hold shield in this matchup still and kind of win. He does have better tools at pressuring shield for sure in this game. That's why this is the best iteration of him. Um, but I still think we win the matchup slightly. But I could see it being even. Meta Knight's next. I'm going to say solid advantage. It kind of feels like in this matchup from Smash 4, it's just kind of the same matchup, but we don't get hard punished as much. He's less scary to fight against. His edge guarding is a little bit better, I think, than Smash 4, though. Dealing with Tornado offstage can be a pain sometimes. He's a light character, though. Light character, he's a fast faller, so he can kind of be comboed pretty well at low percent, surprisingly. But he does have multiple jumps to get out a little bit later. It can be harder to get anything past like 2-hit combos at later percentages. But he's pretty good in the matchup, I think, because how light he is and how big our explosion is compared to his sword, which doesn't have as good of range. It might be slight advantage. It could move down to slight advantage if his punish scheme was just more consistent, I think. Or maybe even, depending on how consistent his punish game is. But yeah, I'm going to say 60-40 for now. Next is Pit and Dark Pit. I'm just going to put Pit here. They're similar enough characters for me. I think also solid advantage. I don't know really where. I don't have a lot of experience or really any experience against this character. So this is one that's mostly just theory crafting, but I think we hard win neutral in this matchup. I don't know how safe Pit's moves are on shield, but even if the aerials are like safe on shield, we can always short hop, down toss the banana, and I think that works really well against Pit because Pit doesn't really have the. I want to say he doesn't have the best out of shield game except for like neutral air out of shield. But if we short hop down toss, even if it hits shield, we land with back air, and we're already shielding by the time he's neutral airing. So I think we just kind of out neutral him, out frame data him. That's when I want to say solid or better. But I don't have a lot of practice in this matchup. I think Pit is the better of the two in the matchup because it says controlling arrows is good for gimping Diddy's barrels. So offstage game can be a little bit scary. But yeah, I think we win this matchup pretty well. That's just theory crafting, though. Next, Zero Suit. So Zero Suit Samus, I think we slightly win the matchup. Where is she? Zero Suit. Slight win. I don't know where. I put her here for right now. I'm not putting too much thought on the order right now, but I'll put it there for now. So Zero Suit. Yeah, Zero Suit has always kind of been a bane of, or Diddy's always been kind of a bane of Zero Suit's existence. It's nothing. I don't think it's ever really been that bad though. It's just something that Zero Suit players don't usually like fighting against. Holding shield in this matchup is good. Her grabs aren't as threatening in this game, and she has that tether grab, which isn't as good usually. Although tether grabs kind of have a nice little buff into them in this game. I don't really know. I played Mars in the matchup, obviously, won that, but I don't really know too much about the matchup intricacies. To be honest, I kind of just play my game and it usually kind of works. I do have a lot of Zero Suit practice in Brawl, and maybe it's carried over, but the characters still are really different. So I don't know. I don't know how much it's carried over for me. Maybe I just naturally play the matchup well. Um, yeah, I don't know. She's light, so getting banana hits on her good. It's just holding shield against Zero Suit. She just kind of has trouble against it, but she does have moves to pressure shield. Neutral air and shield is safe. You can go into jab after that. Do you like spot dodge and whiff? She can up B us, stuff like that. But and our forward air can just kind of stuffs out some of her approaches because Zero Suit likes to like land with neutral air, right? So when she short hops, she's not going up with an aerial. She wants to land with an aerial. So think if we both short hop and she's waiting to land with neutral air and I'm rising with forward air, obviously I'm going to win. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we've always done really well in that matchup. Well, I mean, at least in Smash 4. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it. Wario, next. Where's Wario? Wario, I think we slightly lose this matchup. Where the heck is he? Oh, here. Slight lose. Say slight lose right now. I don't know where on here. For right now, I'll put him here. Wario. I don't know. We can keep him out pretty well. We have the tools to keep him out for sure. He has a good. His aerial mobility is good, and he can weave in and out and stuff, which is good at baiting stuff from us. If we don't take the bait though, it can be hard for him. I wonder how well he can camp us because I haven't played against a campy Wario in this game. In Smash 4, a campy Wario I think could do pretty well. We won the matchup in Smash 4, but campy Wario could do well. In Brawl, campy Wario did really well. So I haven't not played against a campy Wario in this game, so I wonder if it could be even harder than this. The thing I've learned in this matchup is always just be holding away if you think you're going to get hit, especially at low percents. Just not get comboed into waft. Like if I throw out forward air, I am holding straight back like as immediately as I can because if I do get straight hitted, I'm going to be getting comboed out or I already want to be DIing out to avoid that waft. I want to say slight disadvantage though because we do win neutral, I think slightly, but like I said, the weave in and out Wario can do that really well. And Wario's punish game is just so good. He can just win the matchup at any time with a low waft. I feel like if he hits us with a waft at a low percent, then he can just win. So I feel like that strength is not enough, or is enough to make up for his slightly worse neutral game. Next is Snake. Snake, we definitely lose that. Solid disadvantage for sure. I don't know where yet on here. Maybe I'll keep him here right now. I'm starting to think this matchup is a little bit it's worse. I could see it being 35-65 a little bit sooner than it being a slight disadvantage. Trades in this matchup just suck. Like trading with grenades and stuff. Our hitboxes aren't good enough. I feel like aren't good enough to consistently like not trade with grenades like all the time. Like so, like in Brawl and Smash 4, or in Brawl, I mean we played this matchup in Brawl, and the hitboxes were good enough to kind of outspace grenades without hitting the grenades in him. But in this game, it's a lot harder to do that because our hitboxes and hurtboxes, the hitbox and hurtbox line up way more than they did in previous games. So, which means like, okay, if we do hit them, there's a good chance we're gonna hit grenades, and you can't space around grenades for sure. And you'll see that every match that Diddy plays in, that Diddy can hit Snake, but I just don't feel like it's reliable enough to outweigh the damage it gives us. We also have to be really careful about throwing banana in the matchup too, because if he throws a banana, or if I throw banana and he throws grenade at the same time, well, grenade travels faster in the air than banana does. So the grenade is going to be in our face faster than banana would be in their face. And if my banana hits the grenade, it loses banana toss and it blows up and I'm hit and I'm in disadvantage. And yeah. So he wins damage output. He wins the camping game, I think. Punishing can be really hard on him because a lot of moves of his just low profile R's. Forward tilt can do it well. Dash attack can do it well. Back air can do it well. Maybe even down air, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think down air, yeah. I'm pretty sure, right? Nikita can be... We can weave around Nikita for sure. We have side B and up B. A controllable up B to get out of it. Our up B can even hit Nikita and deactivate it. Too, so they have to be careful about that. And a lot of times they won't deactivate Nikita on barrels because they want to get the strong hit of Nikita. But the thing is just landing Nikita against barrels because you can't DI. You can't DI when you are using barrels. DI doesn't work. So if you do get hit by Nikita, that can be that could be your stock at a pretty low percent because you're off stage. So that's hard to deal with. Yeah, just getting through grenades and not always being able to punish some of the moves he throws out, dash attack, back air, forward tilt, etc. is hard to deal with. Yeah, that's my main reason for solid disadvantage. I'm starting to think it could even be worse than that, but I'm not gonna go that far yet. Ike is next. Ike, I think we win. I think it's gonna be slight advantage. So this is a character I think we can stuff out pretty well. I don't know where on here he goes. I'll put him here for now. We can stuff out his aerial approaches pretty well. We can get away from him pretty well. But he does hit hard. I feel like if you're just not getting hit by Ike stuff, you just win this matchup. And Diddy definitely has the tools just not be getting hit by Ike stuff. His saving grace in the matchup, he's slightly heavy, I think. And he can kill us early. And I think that's just saving grace. Yeah. Not too much to say about Ike, to be honest. Pokemon Trainer is next. So I'm just going to rank one Pokemon Trainer. For now, I'm going to leave the Pokemon individually out this time. I'm going to say slight advantage. I don't know who I think this is comparable to the level feels comparable to Ike. I don't know who does better. I'm going to say PT does better for now, though. So PT, interesting character, has 3 characters in one, so I got to talk about all of them. Squirtle. Squirtle can be difficult to deal with. The thing about Squirtle is that we just play Squirtle when the PT player wants us to, and that's going to be at low percentages. When we're at low percentages, usually, or when he's at low percentages. Squirtle is a good combo game on Diddy, but you can kind of outrange him with a lot of things. Neutral air and down tilt, good moves to outrange him with. Down tilt on the ground, neutral air when you're trying to approach. He's trying to approach from the air. Because hitboxes aren't the greatest. So I think Dakpo says that Squirtle would be one of our hardest matchups if it was just so is Squirtle, but I don't agree. Squirtle can't really kill us that well. He definitely has to switch out to Ivysaur Charizard to get like good, reliable kills. So if we just kind of play the keep away game, I kind of just play it like how I did in Brawl, to be honest. Just play the keep away game. It used to be, I really used to really think it was a hard matchup in Brawl, but once you kind of learn to play the keep away game against Squirtle, you kind of just start to win. The thing about Brawl is that you have fatigue, of course. And so playing the keep away game works way, way better in Brawl because eventually he's going to have to switch, which in this game he doesn't, or doesn't have to deal with fatigue, I mean. But yeah, Squirtle's lack of range is the biggest problem. Diddy has range. Squirtle doesn't. Squirtle does have better maneuverability, I think. Which helps him get those hits to start the combo, but yeah, it's not enough itself. Next, Ivysaur. Ivysaur, I think we beat the hardest probably, but the thing about it is Ivysaur probably has the best in this matchup, I think, advantage state. When we're in disadvantage against Ivysaur, that can spell doom for us. You can Ivysaur can always kill us really low with a Vine Whip or up air, down air stuff, right? Um, so usually the play is to play Squirtle for neutral at the beginning, and then switch into Ivysaur to when Diddy's in a disadvantage. And that's how I think it is for most characters, but I think that particular strategy works better for sure on Diddy. Just because Ivysaur's neutral kind of sucks in the matchup, I think, against Diddy. Um, Razor Leaf, I just think it's too slow to really pressure Diddy. Like, a lot of projectile characters can pressure Diddy trying to pull out a banana by just throwing the fast projectile, but Razor Leaf I think is a little bit too slow to reliably pressure Diddy while pulling out a banana. So yeah, I mean, if Ivysaur is an advantage against us, it can be hard, yeah, but she shouldn't be getting us in advantage state for her consistently without the help of Squirtle, right? Charizard. Charizard's kind of interesting. Charizard's kind of like a worse Bowser, I think, in the matchup. So Charizard, I don't think actually does that bad at all. He's got the speed. He can hit hard. He has a double jump, but everything that Charizard does is just like a worse version of Bowser. I feel like, but Charizard just kind of has the extra jump. Um, like up smash, frame 6 up smash, I think. So it's a good out of shield option. It's just Bowser's up B out of shield's a better one. But up smash is something you have to be careful about if you're at kill percent. You don't want to trade with your forward air against the up smash because it's going to kill you. You don't want to take trades against Charizard, yeah, for sure. So if the Charizard player knows when to take or when to try to take the trades, that can be hard. So Charizard's a little bit harder than you would think, I think. Not that bad in neutral at all. I don't think so. Charizard might honestly be the best of the three in neutral. Better than Squirtle, just because Squirtle doesn't have the range. It's just that I think the reason why neutral kind of seems hard for Charizard is just that we can punish Charizard really, really well when we do get the hit. But that's at low percent, which a lot of times they're playing Charizard at higher percent for the extra weight and the rage factor. So, yeah, that's PT. Slight advantage though. I think we beat all three of the Pokemon overall. We beat all three of the Pokemon. But if they're choosing their spots when to play the Pokemon, Squirtle is probably the hardest to play against when they choose the spots. Well, okay. Diddy Kong's next. He's even. Lucas. I haven't really played against any Lucases, but I think it's mostly the same as previous games. It's also something you kind of hold shield against and play the banana out of shield game. I think Lucas does have some good out of shield pressure tools. Like neutral air into shield is a little bit better than it has been. Void air is pretty good on shield now, I think. Being off stage against Lucas can kind of suck because going low can be really devastating. You can just go in with a down air on us. It kind of sucks because I think on Brawl, the first couple hits of the down air didn't send down. I might be wrong on that, but it's been a long time since I played a Lucas in Brawl who's hit me like that with down air off stage. But like in this game, just the first hit was send Diddy down. I'm pretty sure out of barrels at least. Like the rest won't. A lot of times it just doesn't hit us up because they can just fall through us, and I think it just passes us. So we get hit by the first downer, and we either go down or we stay in the same spot. I forget, but they can do that with neutral air too. Dealing with that B off stage is a little bit of a hassle, but not a huge deal. But all of it just combined can be kind of a hassle to deal with. I don't really like fighting Lucases either in this game. It's just another floaty character that has a good projectile that can a little bit camp with. But no, I guess not as annoying as Smash 4 because Smash 4 had down throw up air, and he doesn't have that in this game. But yeah, I think it's a slight advantage, I would say. Next is Sonic. So Sonic, I think we lose that for sure. Put that solid disadvantage. I don't know where. Put him here for now. Or maybe, I don't know. I'll put him between Pichu. Like I said, Pichu, I think, can be, would be, this is kind of a case for potential, how potentially well Pichu can do in this matchup. Right now, Pichus aren't, because there aren't really any Pichus around. They're not really labbing the matchup or really pressing the matchup. But Sonic can be annoying. Spin dash goes over bananas a lot of times. That or not, or did I say over? I mean under. Spin dash sometimes go under banana. That can be annoying. You throw the banana and just goes, or just pancakes underneath it, and you get hit with a spin dash. Hate that. Sonic's fast enough to harass Diddy when he's pulling up banana. Um, Pulling up banana. Another thing. He's fast enough where using barrels. I like using barrels, like I said, but a lot, especially like to get off edge or something like that. But Sonic's fast enough to like shield barrels as it passes through and still go up and punish you. If Sonic takes banana and runs away with it, that's probably still really annoying. I haven't dealt with that in this game yet, but in Smash 4, I did deal with that against a few Sonics, and that was always really, really annoying. And I think Sonic can still play that game. So I think it's disadvantage. I do like the way Tweak plays this matchup also. He plays it a lot with a lot of landing neutral airs to get through Sonic trying to hit him in the air, and I think I really want to try that against a good Sonic player and see how I do with that. I've not really had that chance to try that yet. I know Tweaks played it, and I think he said we win it. But I remember I did watch this part, and he said that he could think it definitely could be disadvantage if Sonic plays lame enough. Which, I mean, it's Sonic, so they're going to eventually. Dedede next. Dedede, I think we win. Um, this match can also be kind of annoying with dealing with Inhale. Inhale can be kind of annoying since it's a reflector now. But nothing that you can't you can't not or you can't deal with. You can deal with Inhale. I mean, so I don't know what I was trying to say. So it's a little annoying, but a couple of strats you can do. Peanuts are super good in this matchup. Peanuts knock Gordo's back, so anytime you think they're going to Gordo, just Peanut. It's just a big combo character. I mean, DD does have things, and I know something. I'm not really particularly fond of fighting DDs, but I do think we win the matchup 60-40 or worse. Yeah, definitely the big thing in the matchup are Peanuts. You can even, as kind of played to Inhale too, if you are at the right distance, you can shoot Peanut if you think they're going to Inhale, and then throw Banana to break the Peanut that they're going to throw back and hit them. I like doing that. Also, keep in mind that if Banana's on the ground and they inhale it, it's not a projectile. It's not considered a projectile when it's on the ground, so they don't spit it out. They just eat it, and you can punish him there. That's it for DDD, I guess. I don't have a lot of experience in the matchup, but I think we win it. Olimar is next. Olimar, I'm going to say solid disadvantage. I don't think it's anything crazy. I think, let's see here. Yeah, Dakpo says disadvantage. Tweak says disadvantage 2, right? Yeah, disadvantage. Aaron says hard lose. I don't think we hard lose it. We do have a good amount of things going for us in this matchup. Dash Attack's really good in this matchup. Side B can be really good with this in this matchup if we predict they're going to like throw with toss Pikmin. B can be good in this matchup if we think they're going to pluck Pikmin or get Pikmin or throw Pikmin also. The matchup's just you don't want Olimar to get 2 purples. Obviously, that's the hardest the matchup's going to be. So if Olimar gets 2 purples, then yeah, you want to kill the purples as soon as possible if you can, or get him throw him off stage, something like that. But that's the I'll put Olimar here for now. I think Legit does really well in this matchup if I remember right. Legit, I think he's beaten Myron in most of the times they played in money matches, because I just remember Myron saying something like, I lose to NorCal Diddy's or something like that. But I might be wrong on that. Um, Sometimes Pac-Man, when you up B into them, they can extend the hurtbox, stuff like. There's a lot of slow gimmicky stuff like that. It could even be better for us, I think, if one of the things that throws me off when I play this matchup is the hit lag from Pikmin. Um, Getting used to all the hit lag you have when Pikmin are hitting you, or when you hit Pikmin, it just throws off my timing a lot of times. But if you get used to that, I think it could move to slight disadvantage. Or shield stun's also a big thing. Purple Pikmin hitting your shield, you want to be used to the amount of shield stun it gives you, I think, also. If you're used to that, it might move to slight disadvantage. For right now, I'm going to say solid disadvantage, though. Okay. Um, Lucario. Lucario's can be annoying, I think. I'm going to say Lucario's even for now. We definitely destroy this character neutral, especially at 0 when Lucario is not a character. At high percents, though, he can charge a big blue ball of aura in your face, and that's really scary for Diddy to deal with. It can be hard to kill sometimes, and Lucario's Lucario, so you can just die at 30 or something. That's annoying. So, there's not many Lucarios nowadays. I could honestly see this matchup being slight disadvantage or slight advantage, so I'm kind of just saying even for now. I do have a friend that plays Lucario, who is a big practice partner with me in Brawl, and Smash for a good amount, I guess. So I feel like I know the character solidly from the stuff that's transfers over. Not that a whole lot transferred over from Brawl to Smash 4 to Ultimate anyway. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I could see this matchup being, yeah, slight disadvantage or slight advantage. So I'm just going to say even for now. Rob, I think we win. Slight advantage, not solid advantage. Where? I'll put, around PT level, I think. Rob has a really good punish game for sure, but we just out-neutral him so hard. We just stuff out a lot of his aerials approaches, forward air, and stuff like that. You can, if the Rob player is good, they can space around forward air again because neutral air is more disjointed than our forward air. But it can be hard for them to do that. He's a big character, kind of floaty too, so it's kind of combo fodder. If you are good at pairing nairs, landing nairs too, that can really, I think, really mess with the Rob player and kind of make him question a lot in the matchup. Side B is just kind of a thing. Side B can reflect our up B. It's not a big thing, but he always has the option available to him and can kill us at a really low percent. And that might be the reason why it's not 60-40, is because we can just die any percent still. So yeah, slight advantage. Next is, geez, I still have a lot of characters left. Where am I? Toon Link would be next, but I did Toon Link. Woof. So, Woof is a character that I used to think was slight disadvantage, but now I feel pretty confident saying just solid disadvantage. I will put him on the lower end though. The biggest thing in this matchup is that the amount of stuff that low profiles us. Like, I know one of Wolf's weaknesses, I think, is supposed to be that he doesn't have a good out of shield game. But in this matchup, surprisingly, Diddy doesn't have that good of an out of shield game. At least when I don't have a banana in my hand. Like I don't remember everything, but I think, like, for example, he can fight forward smash or shield, I think. And if I try to at least do it immediately, rising back or rising forward air, I think that's one of the moves that low profiles. There's just a surprising amount of moves that will low profile our moves, and that's really annoying. If it wasn't for that, this matchup I think would definitely be way better. Laser's a little bit annoying to deal with when you're plucking banana. What else? He can kill us really early. He can kill us earlier than we can kill him. He has a good combo game. He has a good camp game. He kind of does what Diddy usually wants to do in the matchup, just a little bit better, I think. Um, yeah, that's my take on Wolf. Used to think it was down here, but I've been playing enough Wolf, so I think it's solid disadvantage. Villagers next. I'm gonna say slight disadvantage. I could see this matchup being even, to be honest, but it depends on how the villager plays. I want to say I do. If any of you know me, that I had a secondary villager in Smash 4. I still play as villager a little bit in this game too, so I don't really think the characters changed that much from Smash 4 to this game. So I think I still have a good understanding of the character. Um, I always say one thing that's gotten worse for us in this matchup into this game is that because Villager has one, he has infinite pocket, so he straight up has infinite pocket. He didn't have to do the unpluck repluck thing or unpocket repocket thing to refresh the pocket, whatever. So you can just hold our banana infinitely until he dies. We are worse at killing. That's the main thing in this game. It's harder to get kill setups, I think. So we rely on getting banana kill confirms, I think, a little bit more than Smash 4. So if he pockets the banana, it can be hard to kill him if he decides to just camp us. Some things that are good in this matchup, edge guarding, Diddy can do a really good job edge guarding Villager. You do have to be careful though, because like if I'm on the ledge, I drop down to try to back air his recovery or whatever. You gotta play around Loi Rocket and Slingshot. You don't want to get hit out of your double jump. Nair is pretty good coverage for covering the ledge if they decide to go high. Full hop side B kick is good to get in, because the side B kick will go through Slingshot. That's my take. I can see it being even, honestly, though. But I want to say slight disadvantage. I think Villager's a little underrated in this game, but not too much, to be honest. I see people putting low tier. I understand why Villager gets put on low tier. I don't agree with it. I see a lot of Villager players saying he's much better than that, which I don't quite agree with how good Villager players think he is either. But in this matchup, he does well, I think. Mega Man is next. So Mega Man, I'm still gonna I still put 35-65. I do think Mega Man has to work kind of hard to make it this bad though. But if he does play well enough, I feel like there's still not much Diddy can do in the match to make it less hard. I think kind of ironically, Diddy's barrels are kind of worse in this matchup than they were in Smash 4. By the way, that was my passionate strategy that I came up with, being into pellets. Came up with that strategy playing against Scat so much in Smash 4. And one of the reasons why it's kind of better in Smash 4 is because you can only control barrels in a clockwise direction in this game. If it wasn't for that, it would be better in this game. But since you're not always to the left of Mega Man, you can't. It's not really an option to go for if you're to the right of them. So it's kind of weird because in this matchup you do want to play on the left side of them as much as possible, so that remains an option. But still, it's not. I mean, it's still a risk, right? You're still up being into someone. If they shield it, you take 6 damage, and then their punishment, whatever they have. So it's still not the greatest. They can just play the keep away game really well. They can pressure us with pellets and projectiles until they see a good opening to go in and start pressing their advantage more. And I feel like there's not really a lot we can do about it. And he's also really heavy. Dealing with Mega Man's weight is also a real pain. If I remember right, Tweak was making comments about like Mega Man and Sonic type recoveries, about how Z drop down air is kind of free on them. I don't think it's as free as he's making it seem like to be. I remember watching Tweak's matchup chart, and he put a lot of emphasis on Z drop down air in a lot of matchups, and it is a thing. But I feel like he put too much emphasis on it. I wouldn't really determine matchups by how good it is, except maybe on K Rule or something like that. Yeah. I could because it's one of Mega Man does have to work hard to make it this bad of a matchup. I'm gonna put it on the lower end, and I could see it being a solid disadvantage, but I don't think I can see it being any better than a solid disadvantage, to be honest. Um, yeah. So to kind of summarize this one, it's really hard, but Mega Man has to work hard to make it hard. But if he is, I feel like there's not that much counterplay we can do. It's kind of hard to describe. So I don't know. Maybe you can watch one of mine Scott's videos of me versus Mega Man. Because I feel like he plays it really well. Not perfectly. I don't think he plays it perfectly. So I'm sure if you watch, you'll see things I can do better against him in the matchup. But yeah, it is hard, I think. Next one, Wii Fit Trainer. So Wii Fit Trainer, I want to put it slide advantage. Kind of a weird one. I still don't know where to put Wii Fit Trainer. I've never played a good Wii Fit Trainer in Brawl or in Smash 4 or in Ultimate. In Brawl either, I guess. So, um, so I don't have a lot of matchup experience at all. But I think Diddy's forwarder in this matchup, like the reason why we won the matchup in Smash 4 was because our aerials were so disjointed enough, or had enough range. I guess I shouldn't say disjointed, had a lot of range in the matchup in Smash 4 where we could reliably harass Wii Fit Trainer in the air. Like she has a lot of moves to like stall herself in the air, but in Smash 4 we could get past the stalling. That's kind of the same thing with Samus too, and why it's a hard matchup in this game because like she can stall with down B, right? But in Smash 4 we could just like, hey, you're stalling with down B and you're kind of playing around the air, but we have a lot of range anyway. I'm just gonna go up and hit you. Um, Same thing with Wii Fit Trainer, but I feel like we can still do that a lot better than Wii Fit Trainer than like Samus, for example. Or at least we don't. Maybe there's not as much risk in going for it. Wii Fit Trainer, I don't think has the best laning options, like laning aerials. I guess I should say laning aerials to go on. So if I do miss, I don't think I'm really like risking a whole lot when I go for it. Um, she does have a chargeable neutral B, a chargeable big ball neutral B, which is kind of annoying to deal with, especially when like she can deep breathe, and that can be really scary to deal with. But it's not enough, I don't think, for her. I think we just still kind of out framed out of her, out neutral her. Um, Playing around, I don't know what it is, the volleyball, soccer ball. I don't know what it is. We can Peanut's actually a pretty good counter to that, to be honest. Or Banana Pluck. A lot of times they'll hit it back. And Banana Pluck's not reliable. Peanut, I think, is kind of reliable to deal with, to shoot. So if you know she's going to shoot the soccer ball or whatever, um, you kind of have to play it at an angle to do it. But if you know she's going to do it, you can just peanut it back into her face, just like kind of like Dedede Gordos. It's just harder. And she has more room to counterplay off of it, but it is a thing, I think. Next is, where are we? Rosalina. Rosalina, I'm gonna say it's even for now. I don't know where. I'll put it her. I'll put her here for now. Rosalina, I do have a lot of practice in this matchup actually. So I played against Neos's Rosalina a lot. He has not beaten me yet. I played against my friend. One of my training partner picked up Rosalina for a while. Um, and he's always like been a person who can pick up characters and do really well against Diddy because he's been playing against me and Diddy for so long that I think he knows how to play around Diddy. Um, so I feel like I still have a good understanding of the matchup. I did play Dabuz and he kind of scraped me, to be honest, but Dabuz I think is just a better player than me, and he also has more knowledge of character Rosalina or character in this matchup, probably to do better in it. I feel like this matchup is easier than Smash 4 for sure. Um, some things, it's way easier to put Luma and Tumble. Side B does a better job at it. Dash Attack is better in this game, way better in this game than Smash 4, and Dash Attack does it. Neutral Air is better in this game and neutral air does it. I think forward air starts doing it earlier in this game, so it's way easier to be hitting Luma away. Um, Up B is better in this game and also can do it well. Rosalina is also a big light character, so she's kind of susceptible to getting hit by up B a little bit more than most of the cast. But you do want to be careful about it because Rosalina can hit like a truck. Well, I guess I say Luma can hit like a truck. So it's something you have to be really careful about against better Rosalinas or Rosalinas that are better at the matchup in this game. But if a Rosalina has not played against a Diddy, I guarantee you in this game, I guarantee you that if you spam up B, they will be losing their minds. So yeah, that's I think it for Rosalina. Little Mac, one of our best matchups too, I think. So we can play the ground game really well, and that's supposed to be Little Mac's strong suit. Yeah, our tilts are good playing the ground game. Just having banana on the ground is good. Even if he gets banana, I don't think it's the worst thing if he gets banana. Even with KO punch, it can be scary for sure. But due to him having a bad air game, a lot of using bananas aerial, using it in the air, using banana in the air, and Lil Mac's still not good at doing that. I think we can skip Little Mac better, I think, than a lot of characters. To be honest, forward tilt can trade with up B. Um, Neutral air, like if you're on the ledge and you know they're coming back straight to the ledge, you can jump up neutral air, and that kind of puts Little Mac in a bad spot. Um, Dealing with when he has KO punch, I think Diddy can play around KO punch really safely. He can jump from platform to platform with side B with banana in hand. He can play on the ground pretty safely against KO punch with on the ground if he has a banana. All it takes is getting like a dash attack. If he shields banana, we are throwing a dash attack. There's not too much he can do about it unless he hard reads us. So yeah. It can be scary to play against Little Max, and they do sometimes just get those hard hits, and they like it's not something that like we're always gonna win or anything. You're not gonna win every single game against a Little Mac because they can get those hard hits. But yeah, I think it's one of our best matchups. Greninja is next. Greninja, hard for me to say. I want to see what other Diddy's think about it because I always go back and forth on this character. So before I said even, Aaron said even. Tweak said even. Dakpo says even. Yeah, even. I don't know where on even though. Yeah, it's something I go back and forth on. I was thinking slight advantage. At first, I put Greninja slight disadvantage, and then I think I might have put him slight advantage at one point, and now I'm thinking it's even. Greninja's another character where if Greninja players knew what moves are safe against bananas, like on shield, because they can pancake underneath a lot of our stuff really well. Banana, forward air, back air, and that can be really annoying to deal with. If it wasn't for that, we'd win for sure. But that can be really annoying to deal with, and I think if optimize it, we could lose it. And that's the reason why I initially put it slight disadvantage. I think we can play a really safe game though, kind of hold shield on the ground. Even with a banana in front of us, it can be hard to deal with. Like if you just have a banana in front of you, because they land on your shield with like neutral and stuff like that, they're gonna trip on the banana. They dash attack to try to pick up banana. They're gonna get hit by banana. They can always use tilts to try to pick it up, which I think is what they should do in that situation. But you can start playing around that if they start doing that. But Greninja is a good whiff game because of how low the whiff punish game because of how low he is and how fast he is on the ground. It can always be scary throwing out forward airs against this character if you think they're gonna like do short hop landing forward air, short hop landing neutral or something like that. Because they can dash back, dash in with dash attack to punish our forward air, and that's annoying to deal with. That's always scary. And then yeah, obviously getting hit by Greninja's dash attack, that's a scary position to be in. So that's what I'm gonna say even for now. Palutena is next. So Palutena, I'm gonna say slight advantage still on this character. I think that's the consensus on the matchup across the board for Palutena players and Diddy players. I think it's a little bit better for Palutena than most Diddy and Palutena players. I don't know where I would put it. though. I think it is a little bit closer to even than people make it out to be. But Palutena is just a really good character in this game. Obviously, having invincible dash attack and back air is really, really, really good because then they don't have to worry about trades. They can just throw out those moves and hit us. Good punish game with neutralers and stuff. The thing about this matchup, I think that could really push it into our favor even more is the ledge trapping game. Palutena has really bad options getting out the ledge, and Diddy has good options at ledge trapping. And to be honest, I usually think a lot of time. Well, I think that that's also kind of a two-dimensional way of thinking, just because X character is bad at this thing and Y character is good at that counterplay to that thing doesn't necessarily mean Y character is going to do good against X character in that position all the time. It kind of depends on the depends on the matchup. I think. Like for example, Limac has a bad recovery, but I think against some characters, like against some characters that are good at edge guarding, Limac can make his way back to the stage pretty well. Always better than what you would think. So, yeah. So hopefully you get the idea what I'm saying. But in this case, I don't think that's the case for ledge trapping in this. I think Diddy can really ledge trap Palutena. If the Diddy is really good at ledge trapping Palutena, it can make the Palutena's life hell, I think. I'm not the greatest at ledge trapping. I feel like I'm pretty good against certain players at ledge trapping, but other players I think can get off the ledge for free against me. So it kind of depends on the player for me personally. Yeah, for me, I think it's mostly a player versus player type of thing, not so much matchup. Um, But if a Diddy is just an all-around really good ledge trapper, yeah, I think they can make that part of the matchup really, really hard. Diddy Kong forward air also really good in this matchup. Stuffs out neutral air, stuffs out stuff pretty much. I think Palutena, the way that she plays neutral, is also kind of a bait and punish game. Try to go for whiff punishes. She's a good dash dance, can dash in with invincible dash tech, stuff like that. Next one, Pac-Man. So Pac-Man, you guys already know where this is going. Hard, not undoable. Pac-Man, very hard to deal with if the Pac-Man's good at the matchup, and even if it's not good at the matchup, they can still be kind of annoying to deal with. It's just so hard to get in on Pac-Man. We do have the infinite on Pac-Man too, but it's hard. It's gonna be hard to get the setup on Pac-Man. Pac-Man's one of the hardest characters, if not the hardest character to do the infinite on, the tightest one. The setups are not easy on him at all. The big thing about the infinite are the setups. I think. And Pac-Man is the hardest, probably one of the hardest characters to get the setup on, also, along with Samus. So, yeah, I mean, I would not really consider the infinite to be a thing in this matchup at all. At least yet. Maybe in the future, distant future, if we get better, good setups for the infinite, maybe it could be a thing. Yeah, Batman just super hard out camps us. Not really too much to say. It's just really hard to get in on this matchup. Oh, like with Samus and Wii Fit Trainer, Pac-Man kind of plays in the air, stalls himself the hydrant and stuff. And in Smash 4, it was kind of okay because we had good hitboxes to kind of deal with that. But in this game, our hitboxes are a lot worse, so you are much more susceptible to getting a trade from a hydrant or like a down air, and that's annoying. Robin. I'm gonna say slide advantage. I don't know where to say. I think Robin actually isn't that bad in this game, in this matchup. Again, he can kind of camp us. Robin also does. I feel like ledge trapping for Robin is pretty good in this matchup, at least for me. A lot of the way I get off ledges jump up, barrel back on stage, but arc fire kind of defeats that. Levin Sword just hits like a truck too. He's really safe. Aerial's not easy to deal with at all, in my opinion, when he has Levin Sword. Neutral air and void air and all of that stuff. Pretty safe on shield, I think. Yeah, Robin's camp game, not bad at all. It's just that we still kind of stuff Robin out with our forward air. Banana punishes. Robin's pretty good for combo fodder, I think. His weight class, how tall the character is, stuff like that. It's just good for Diddy. Overall, our favor. If we get in on Robin, we can do a lot. But it can be hard to get in on Robin sometimes. Next is shoot. Who's next? Shulk. Shulk, we win, I think. Slight advantage. I don't know how hard. I haven't played many good Shulk players, but the ones I have played, I do think it's slight advantage. Aaron also had done historically really well against Shulk, beating Kome twice. And I don't know if he's beaten other Shulk players, but yeah. We just stuff Shulk out. It's bad framed. We kind of stop framed out of the character, and that's the main reason I think we win the matchup. I don't really have too much to say other than that. I think the way that like characters that we do out frame data but still give us a hard time, those are characters that have good whiff punish games, but I don't think Shulk has the best one unless he's in speed mode, but he just doesn't always have that available to him. Dealing with shield art isn't really that bad. We just run away for free until it wears out. Yeah. And Shulk. Bowser Jr. What did I say for Bowser Jr.? I said solid win before. I'll do that one again. Bowser Jr. solid win. So, I don't know where on here. Bowser Jr. I think this matchup is better than when it was in Smash 4. Losing our hitbox range is a little bit rougher in this matchup. Infinite does work on Bowser Jr. I think Bowser Jr. is also a character a little bit easier to get the setup on. I have not done it to Bowser Jr. yet, but there's less of them. You just don't run you don't run into as many Bowser Jr.'s online as you did DKs and Bowser's. But I think the setup is definitely doable on Bowser Jr. You kind of play the same way we did in Smash 4. You can forward air, back air, just to kind of keep them out. Play the range game, but also kind of play the mobility game on them. He has a hard time perching us, I think, and we can just shield, throw banana, combo for free. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. We just play our game against Bowser Jr. Duck Hunt. So Duck Hunt, this is one that has moved down for me, all the way down to 35-65. This matchup is really hard, I think. last time I said 40-60. Because I really thought that if we learned more about the character, admittedly, I still don't know too much about the character, but if we had learned more about the character, I think we could have seen some more counterplay. But I have played a few more Duck Hunts over time, and I'm just starting to think that the counterplay isn't really there. I might even say Duck Hunt's worse than Pac-Man, to be honest. I don't know. They're about the same. I feel like there's more bad Pac-Mans that I play against than Duck Hunts. Duck Hunt's just a really, really uncommon character. That makes me think that Pac-Man might be easier than Duck Hunt, but I don't know. Maybe like at top level it could be reversed, I think. Actually, yeah. At top level I think it's reversed. At mid level I think Duck Hunt is harder than Pac-Man. So leave like that. Duck Hunt, yeah. Just a lot of stuff blocks bananas. Can block banana. Does Frisbee? I don't think Frisbee does, but the trade does not, like if I throw banana, he throws Frisbee. The trade's not really in my favor. Gunman blocks banana. It's really, really tough to deal with getting in on Duck Hunt. It's just that when we do get in on Duck Hunt, we hit a little bit harder than we do in Pac-Man. So I think that's the reason why at top level we do better against Duck Hunt. Yeah, I think I don't really have that much practice or experience in the matchup. Just from what little I do, it's feeling even harder, I think. Okay, next, Ryu. So Ryu, I am solid advantage or slight advantage. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say slight advantage after the buffs that Ryu got a little while back. Ryu, I think it's easier for him to get his hard hitting stuff now, which is why I think I moved. I think I had him in 60-40 before, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So I'll put him in 55-45 for now. He just hits harder. Hadouken's really good. But we still can play the keep away game, I think. We can make Ryu chase us, and we can hit Ryu really hard. We can take advantage of when Ryu's in disadvantage pretty hard. Recovering can be really hard for Ryu. Z drop down air. Z drop down air. I don't know if I ever mentioned any or to anyone. No, I mean I haven't really brought this up ever, but people are using Z drop down air, and I want to say that I'm pretty sure I was the first person to use Z drop down air in Smash 4, like the way that we use it now. You know, it's like 2-frame recoveries and stuff. I'm pretty sure I was the first one to start doing it, and I told Angel about it. We were trading some tech at one of the Smash Con, and I told him about it. And Ryu was the first character I had started doing it against. In Smash 4, I think. So I guess if you're using Z drop down air before, or like to intercept and 2-frame recoveries like reliably, like for on stage we roll to the ledge, Z drop down air. I guess if you're doing it before Ryu, I guess you were doing it before maybe. So I think that's when I started. I noticed that for some reason up B would like never hit our banana and destroy it in Smash 4. I was like, oh, I guess we can just make him get hit by the banana, and I guess we can just either back air him or down air him for it. Anyway, so yeah, this is the original character that I started doing it to, and he can stall and mix up his recovery a little bit, but sometimes he just has like no options, and then that's when it becomes kind of free. If he does, he can mix up the timing a little bit, or you can mix up where he's going to the ledge, because he can go straight to the ledge or he can go a little bit out. And if he does go a little bit out, then you can either just like forward tilt him or something like that and just kind of reset the situation. So that's my take for Ryu. We win, I think, because of the keep away game. We can still play a really strong keep away game, and our punish game is still pretty good in Ryu because of his weight and how tall he is. And yeah, his disadvantage state's just not that great outside of down B. Next is Ken. So, okay, another similar character. So Ken, I don't know who's better in the matchup than Ryu and Ken. I think Ryu after the buffs might be better than Ken, but I don't know. I'm gonna say yeah. Maybe Ken could be 60-40, like at the lower end of 60-40. I might do that for now. What Tweak? Tweak's played a lot of the Shoto players. Ken put strong advantage. Where's Ryu? Ryu, where are you? Ryu and Terry have also put in strong advantage, but I'm gonna say Ken is 60-40. I'm gonna say Ryu is a little bit or harder to fight. We still win though. I feel like Ryu just hits harder when he gets in and has a better Hadouken. That's kind of weird to say because Ken has all these like combos. Maybe not doesn't hit harder when he gets in. Maybe I shouldn't say that. He just has when he gets stray hits. I feel like he hits harder than Ken. Like if he hits with the stray back air, it's harder than Ken's. Stuff like that. Ken, I think, has the better combo game from what I know. I'm really bad at playing the Shotos, so I don't really know. My game plan against both of them is kind of the same thing. Ken, you have to worry about a little bit about high up Bs. Like if he reads your high side B, the up B at the top I think is stronger than Ryu's. So yeah, I think Ryu's a little bit harder than Ken, but I don't know. They're pretty similar. All right, next Cloud. Cloud. want to say it's even or slight advantage. I'm going to say even for now still. I know Tweaks played a good amount of clouds. I think Tweaks say we win. Where's Cloud? Oh, yeah, he said we win. What does Aaron say? Even. And Dak Post says even. I'm gonna go with even also. Cloud's really safe on shield. A lot of his arrows, his forward air, back air, they're gonna be hard to deal with punishing or trying to get the banana hit. That's the main thing. I feel like Cloud's just so safe. He plays really safe, I think. I don't feel like I really have a problem with like limit or anything like that. Diddy can run away pretty well when he has limit. Diddy can't when he does hit Cloud. He can usually take it pretty far. I think, which I think is a little bit easier than some of these other sword characters. But yeah, I'm gonna say even. Yeah, he can play really safe. Also, dealing with Cloud after the buffs with up smash and dash that got buffed too, right? I think. Up smash is annoying to deal with, or it's more threatening to deal with when I try to throw out forward airs. Yeah, I just have to worry about it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna say it's even. Corn. Next corn. I'll use girl corn. Corn, I'm gonna say strong advantage. I don't know where on here, but I think it's pretty similar to Smash 4, but Corn's just a worse character than Smash 4. I haven't played any good Corn since she got buffed again, so maybe this might be maybe good in slight advantage, but there really aren't that many Corn players. Just kind of theory crafting the matchup though. I think we kind of just hold shield, we punish, and we play the Diddy game. I think against this character. If there's any intricacies, maybe there are. I just haven't really played any coins to know them. But this is just my impressions of the few that I have. Bayonetta next. Bayonetta. This might be controversial. I don't know. I'm gonna put an even. I don't know where an even. I'll put him. I think Cloud's. It's hard to say. See, the thing with Bayonetta is most Bayonettas don't play the matchup the way they should, I think, which is the platform can't be Bayonetta. If Bayonetta just platform camps you, I think that's what can make this matchup pretty difficult. Um, Maybe threaten timeout and stuff like that. She gets banana too. That can be really hard. Because she has access to side B, up B, and if she's gonna land, she might know that I'm going to try to hit her on a platform with an aerial. She gets the witch time, stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's even mostly just because of Bayonetta can play the campy game. I think the other Diddies, except Dakpo, I think says it's even too, right? Yeah, even. But I think all the other Diddies here say advantage. Tweaks a strong advantage. I don't agree with strong advantage at all. Oh, and Aaron also says hard win. And I know most Bayonettas think that we win this matchup. I just think that the way if you try to fight Diddy Kong, I think we for sure win. But if you are playing the campy game, threatening timeout, then I think Bayonetta would go. I think the matchup becomes a lot harder. So I'm gonna put it as even. Inkling. Inkling. I put it as even. I know that's a little controversial. All the other Diddies put it as win. What did Dakpo say? He put even. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. I know Tweak said win. I'm gonna stick to my guns here and say it's even. I think it's closer to the we win though. The thing about Inkling is, and this is another one. If they decide to play campy, that can be hard to deal with. Neutral B has a win box. It's actually really super annoying to deal with the banana because it pushes it back. But if we just hold shield, in the matchup, Inkling can still just grab us. Inkling has a good grab game, I guess. Not the best throws, I don't think, besides up throw up air, which Diddy has a really small window for. I know that. So it's not, but she can get the grabs if she wants to because her dash is really good, so she can go for the dash grabs. Um, but I think the optimal way to play Inkling in this matchup is just really campy with neutral B. Um, if you're running at Diddy, if you're trying to fight Diddy aggressively in this matchup, yeah, we win for sure. I think. But if they're playing a little campy with neutral B and staying safe with back airs, just playing the safe game, that's when it's hard. It can be really hard for Inkling to kill us, but it can also be kind of hard for us to kill them if they're playing safe too. I think it might be a little bit easier for us to kill Inkling than vice versa. But yeah, dealing with the splatter shot, that's annoying, and that's why I'm going to say it's even and not winning. Um, Play a Camp Inkling if you're playing against Diddy. Ridley's next. We win 60-40. I don't know where. I'm gonna say here. I think it's probably the easiest of the heavies. I'm just not really ever. I don't feel threatened by Ridley that much when I play against them. Peanuts work really well in the matchup. It's big. Ridley's not the fastest character in the air, so Peanuts are good. Banana's good in the matchup, obviously. Not the safest aerials on shield, I don't think. We can even up B into his neutral B if they decide to go for it. Stuff like that on the left side. Yeah, not too much to say about Ridley. Belmont's next. I'm going to say slide advantage. I don't know where. I think it's pretty close to even, though. So slide advantage. If we get in on Belmont's, we would do a whole lot. Not a good disadvantage state at all for the Belmonts. We can do a lot when we get the hit. I think we can harass off stage pretty well. Getting in is the hard part, and against good Belmonts, yeah, that can. Yeah, depends how good the Belmont is, I guess, how hard it is to get in. But even against good Belmonts, the ones that I played, I feel like I get in enough that when I do get in and I get my hits, it's enough to outweigh that, and that's why I'm saying side advantage. Up B is good against side B, kind of. It's just using up B is not good at all against like neutral B and down B because they can combo us out down B. As long as you're not getting like down beat into forward smash at the ledge, I think we win. Next K Rool, we win 60-40. I'm gonna say it is K Rool does better than Ridley. Yeah, K Rool can keep us out a little bit with Crown and Crown armor. We did lose the K Rool to the K Rool crew in the crew battle at Congo Saga, so that's another thing, I guess. We do have the infinite on K Rool too, though. I have not performed it on a K Rool player yet, though. It's a little bit harder than DK and Bowser. Z drop down air obviously is really threatening, but I played against 808's K Rool at Congo Saga in a money match, and I won, but it was a lot closer than I thought it would be, and it really made me rethink this matchup a little bit. Well, actually, I don't want to say it's closer than I thought it would be, because K Rool players are always scary, especially good ones. And he was really, really good at dealing with Z dropping the banana off the stage to intercept his up B. Really good at it. He says he has to deal with who is it, Craftis, I think, the Sonic player in his region, dealing with up B, so he has to be good at that, and it's kind of similar. But yeah, I was really like could never get him with a Z drop down air, and I didn't know counterplay like the way he used up B really existed. So he impressed me a lot. Obviously, I think you could still get it, and you can still harass him. Yeah, so I think we win solidly for sure, but good K Rool plays are really scary, man. Okay, Isabelle is next. I think Isabelle, what did I say before? Did we 55-45? I kind of want to say 60-40 now, but gonna say 55-45 to stay safe. This character, I play a little bit of Isabelle too myself since I played Villager in Smash 4 and in this game, and I was messing around with Isabelle a lot. And I still play Isabelle with Isabelle now and then. I think my Isabelle's pretty solid. I think not the best Isabelle by no means, but I'm comfortable enough to use Isabelle like in a tournament match if I ever needed to, I guess. I don't know. Isabelle. This is a matchup that our forward tilt getting a hitbox buffed really helped on because it destroys down B on the ground. That's making me want to put 60-40 because dealing down B might be the hardest part about the matchup. But it is kind of similar to Villager in that pocketing the banana can be kind of a pain. But I don't know. I think Isabelle, to be honest, like I said, I played a good amount of Isabelle, and I think this character is probably bottom 3. I think this character kind of sucks, to be honest. There are some matchups she does well in. Even better than Villager. But I do not think she's a good character. But I think she can be annoying to deal with Diddy for sure. I've been annoyed dealing with good Isabelles. But I still think we just kind of out good character her. So yeah, that's Isabelle. Incineroar is next. 60-40. Surprisingly, not that bad though. I don't know where I'd put him. Incineroar, he actually had. I feel like he actually has pretty solid frame data. Frame data enough to compete with Diddy's. He hits hard. And actually landing banana against him when he's landing, not the easiest thing to do. I played against an Incineroar before. It was interesting how they used side B. They would side B, or they would be landing, and they would side B right before they landed. And so you'd throw the banana, and you'd hit Incineroar when he was still in the air, and it would really throw off what you would think that you could get the punish off of. Because side B, you're just like in the air the whole entire time with side B. And so I'd hit him with my banana, and I like couldn't really follow up off of. I don't know if I'm sure you can still off of getting an aerial hit banana, but it really threw me off, and that it was a lot harder to get kills off of. He's still scary because he can hit hard for sure. I think we still just out neutral him overall, but good Incineroars, they are scary too. Yeah, so that's Incineroar. Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant. I think I put 60-40 before, and I think I'm going to stick to that. Let's see. Aaron has Diz in his region. He just says win, not hard win. Tweak. Advantage. Dakpo. Advantage, slide advantage. Okay. I don't have a lot of experience in this matchup. I said 60-40 last time. I don't have a lot of experience, but everyone else putting slide advantage, I'm going to say slide advantage also. I'm going to kind of go with what everyone else says. We do have the infinite against this character too. He is a lot harder than DK and Bowser, but he is on the easier side of it, I guess, which is still pretty hard. So like he's easier than Pac-Man and Samus. Yeah, he's one of the easier of those characters, but he's still hard to get the infinite. I've still have not infinite Piranha Plant. Just dealing with the spike ball. I forget what Patui, I guess it's called. Can be kind of annoying to deal with sometimes with follow-ups or edge guards. But I feel like if you just know the gimmicks, maybe I shouldn't say gimmicks, but if you know how to deal with that, maybe it would be 60-40. I just don't have a lot of experience, so I'm kind of trusting what the other Diddy say, but we do win it, I'm pretty sure. Joker is next. Joker, I'm going to put slight disadvantage. It is pretty close to even, I think. The thing with the matchup, though, is I feel like if they just camp really hard with guns and stuff, that's when the matchup is hard. If they're playing a campy Joker. If they're playing Campy Joker, that's the difficult one to play with. And if they know when to press advantage. So they're playing Campy, you try to go in, they get their whiff punished and they throw you off stage, and then maybe they go in, or they win neutral and then maybe they go in hard. If they play like that, but if they're playing a campy neutral game, I think that can be kind of hard to deal with. Diddy is one of the better characters at dealing with Arsene, though. He can really stall it out. He can play safe with Banana still. And Tweak made a really good comment in his matchup chart about Joker. Diddy's combos take a long time to do, or they take time to do. So I like grab, I pummel, I up throw, I double up air, or I double back air, stuff like that. I keep him. Oh, and then he's still in disadvantage. It takes time. I'm doing damage, and it takes time. When Joker got nerfed with the guns down and the Arsene meter, that's when I was like, maybe maybe this could be even, but I don't think it's enough for me to say it's even. I still think Campy Joker is still pretty good, especially in this matchup. You can still always die from guns down on up B. It's a little risky. Or it's a little risky when you're recovering off stage, right? But I mean, you can definitely play around. It's not going to be something that's happening in every match. You're going to be getting by guns down, I don't think. But it can happen like once in a set, and that could be enough to win the set, I think, if you just die at 0. So Joker, I want to say slight disadvantage. Yeah, I think Joker's still a really, really good character, top 3 for me for sure. And at that point, he kind of also out good characters Diddy in a way. Hero is next. So, you know what? I had always said that we won this matchup. But then Aaron, he put it hard losing. And I feel like Aaron's, like I think I mentioned this before, Aaron's matchup chart's kind of whack in my opinion. But anytime I played against the hero, I'm like, if this feels harder than it should be. And I think I'm going to lower it down to even. But I will keep it closer to slide advantage. This character is annoying. He's just RNG. I don't like fighting hero at all. He's not a good competitive character, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just it might depend on how much he gets bounced, because when he gets bounced when he's at kill percents, that's kind of scary because you just want to kill him, but you can't. And then he's building up rage, and then he hits you with RNG and you die. He is a little safe, but with aerials on shield. But if you're just playing like short hop, if you short hop Z drop or short hop down toss on him, that's when you kind of wreck him. I think that's how you deal with that. But I don't know. It has always kind of felt hard to play against good heroes. Side B, like one of the best side Bs in the game, I think. And he's just always scary to play against. It's hard to really rank them because of how much RNG dependent he is, but just based off what I've played, it has kind of felt hard. And I don't want to say it's hard enough that where it's a hard loss. I think that's going way too far. What does everyone else say? Even. Dak Post says even, or no, slight advantage. I could see it being slight advantage. Maybe I can even see it being slight loss. So I'm going with even for now. Banjo. So Banjo, I think we do win. I think this is one that a lot of the other Diddies were saying it's even. It is kind of close-ish to even. I'll put him here for now. I haven't played against really good Banjos, but I play a lot of Banjo myself. He's actually my second most played character. I have a lot of fun with the character, so I think I have a good understanding of him. I think people's mindset with Banjo is, oh, Banjo's a zoner, kind of a floaty heavy zoner too, and so Diddy kind of has a hard time with a lot of zoners, so we lose the matchup or we go even in the matchup or whatever. But again, I think it's kind of two-dimensional way of thinking. I think we can just out frame data this character. His frame data is just not good, and we can kind of run away from him too. We don't really have to interact with him either, in my opinion. if we don't want to, and we can kind of pick and choose our spots of going in, and playing neutral and then out frame daddying him. You can always get Wonder Winged at 16 die, but if you're always on the lookout for it, if you kind of respect it, you can deal with it. Um, it's kind of hard to find that balance sometimes against a good banjo of are you respecting Wonder Wing too much or too little or what? So, but I still think we win this matchup with by out frame daddying him. Um, Next is Terry. Terry, I think we do win. I think he might be the hardest of the fighting game characters from what I've played. I played against Riddles on Wi-Fi, and he was kind of well. The matchup was kind of going fine, to be honest. But then I would just die at 60, and so I think I haven't really played against any good Terrys. He's definitely the fighting game characters. He's the one I have the least experience against fighting a good one of. Um, but I feel like if you are just maybe if you like learn how to not die at 60, then it could be worse, a lot worse for him. But yeah, when I was playing Riddles, yeah, I think I was winning neutral and winning a lot of the matchups, but then I would just die at 60. It was also Wi-Fi, and I did feel like I was getting kind of Wi-Fi'd sometimes, like my inputs being eaten, and then I also die at 60, so not a good combination. I want to play against a good Terry offline and see how I feel about the matchup. But so far, um, I want to say just the fact that we can die at 60, a lot of times it's going to be 55-45. Um, yeah. Oh, also, his disadvantage state. I always get told that his disadvantage state sucks, and maybe it does, but against Diddy, I never feel like it's that bad. Like, I feel like Ryu can have a much worse disadvantage state than Terry. Terry has, like, down B, side B, uh, and up B all to recover. He has neutral B to stall a little bit, too. And I feel like having to read all of those options is kind of hard. Maybe I'm just not good at that part though. So I don't know. I need more experience this matchup. Maybe one against offline. Next Byleth. Byleth. I don't know how I feel about this one either. Um, Byleth. 60-40 or 55-45. Mm, I don't know. I haven't played against a really strong Byleth in a while that really knew the matchup, I feel like. I'm going to be playing 55-45 just to be safe because I don't really know the matchup too well. I'm going to kind of keep Byleth where they were at before. Um, yeah, I'm not too great at the matchup. Arrows kind of can threaten us, but I think if you're always on the lookout for arrow when you're pulling banana out, you shouldn't get hit by it that much. Yeah, I really don't know. I just feel like I just play my game and I kind of win usually on Byleth. But I don't really know what that means as far as the matchup goes. I'm just gonna say we win. I don't really have too much to say about it. I usually win when I play Byleth. I usually just do my own my thing and it works. And I don't really know how to elaborate more than that. Min Min. Min Min, I think, has a slight advantage. I haven't played against any really good Min Min since she came out, so I'm sure she's evolved since then. Min Min's been terrorizing Japan, apparently, so I don't really know where to put her. I do think it's our favor, though. I think when we get in, we kind of fuck her up. If you're just on the lookout when you're not, or when you're kind of far away, to not get hit by any of her arm stuff, long arm stuff, and don't be an idiot when you're pulling out a banana, then it's fine. One thing I've learned of Binman though, two-framer is like super hard or impossible in a lot of angles with her tether. She is a really for tether recovery. She grabs the ledge from I think it was like pretty far horizontally or from below the ledge. I forget. I tested it when she came out, and from most angles when she's upping, it's really hard to two-frame or impossible. So uh if you are trying to edge guard Min Min, you probably should just keep it or stick to just trying to ledge trap her. Let her get on ledge and then just ledge trap her from there. I think that's what I've kind of learned about her. I guess we're kind of getting the territory of these new DLC characters. I just don't have that much experience against a lot of them. Steve, I'm gonna say slight advantage for now. I feel like maybe it could be even. I don't think we lose to this character. Um, we kind of outrange and outframe data. Well, not mean outrange. I mean he has a disjoint. I mean I guess we outframed out of the forwarders and backers and stuff. Um, we just have to deal with minecart. If you can deal with minecart, I don't think he's that hard from what I've played against. If you're good about playing around minecart, I think we should win. Maybe it could be even, or maybe you can slight loss. Um, because maybe dealing with minecart is harder than what I'm thinking it should be. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna stick to slight advantage though for now because I think we should be able to play around minecart pretty well. Sephiroth is next. So Sephiroth, I also think we slightly win against this character. I don't know where yet. I'm gonna put him here for now. So Sephiroth, I do have a good amount of experience despite him being the newest character. But I'm sure the Sephiroth metagame will evolve pretty quickly. Some stuff that I've just learned about the matchup. Well, okay, well, let me explain, I guess, why I think we win. From what I've heard, Sephiroth has a hard time dealing with small characters, short, small characters, which Diddy kind of is. Let's see. So we can if we can pressure Sephiroth's shield really well. He doesn't have good out of shield options, right? Up smash, not the best out of shield. Up B, not really the best out of shield. Yeah, so not the best out of shield options. I guess neutral air, but neutral air is not gonna. Rising neutral air won't like hit me if I'm like flat on the ground from void air and stuff like that, or spaced away with back air. I don't think. So I'm gonna say that his down field shield options aren't the greatest. So if we like banana his shield and start pressuring him with aerials and stuff like that, I think you'll have a hard time with that. I don't know how much of a gimmick this is either, but I know our up B is actually really good at trading with his up B. Both versions, uncharged and charged up B, can trade with our up B kind of well, and they can always just up B again. But I just find that a lot of Sephiroths are kind of just panic and will just air dodge or something like that. So yeah, I think we win. Another kind of gimmick thing, neutral B. If you up B into his neutral B, it instantly explodes. You don't control the barrel. So if you think he's going to release neutral B, you can up B into it, and hopefully the hitbox is close enough to hit him. Yep, Sephiroth. Mii Brawler next. Mii Brawler is a weird one. I've kind of got messed up by some good Mii Brawlers online. But I'm really not experienced in this matchup at all. I think we still win it though. It's hard to say. I think win or even, but I'm gonna say win just because I don't think I knew the matchup really, and I think we just still just kind of out good character Mii Brawler. We can keep him out with banana and everything. Kind of just play the shield, throw banana game, I think, and I think we win. But I don't know for sure. I'm not the greatest at the Mii Brawler matchup or know much about the character. Mii Swordfighter, I think, is the worst of the Miis overall and in these matchups. Where the heck is Mii Swordfighter? Oh, Mii Swordfighter. I'm gonna say 60-40. I don't know where in 60-40 though, but I don't think Mii Swordfighter is that great of a character. The projectiles are too slow that I think we can maneuver around them and get our hits in. He's too slow. I think his frame data is too slow overall. I think he's just too slow overall as a character, where we just kind of win. But again, I don't have much experience with any of the Mii's really. So Mii Gunner next. I think we lose this one. Mii Gunner can charge big ball of energy, give us a hard time. It's really hard to get in on the character. This character might even be worse, maybe better. Maybe I think I'm leaning more towards worse though than what I'm putting. I just don't have a lot of experience fighting Mii Gunner. But from the ones I have played, I think it's hard to get in on. If they were just playing the keep away game, we have to approach, and it can be hard to get in. I guess that's it. That took a while. It took longer than I thought it was going to be honest. I guess I had a lot to say about these characters, even though a lot of them I don't have that much experience with. That's my matchup chart, I guess. I didn't forget anything, right? The rest are echoes and stuff. Yeah. I think Martha I was thinking about rating, but I'm just going to leave him. No one plays Martha anyway. Yeah. I guess that's all I have to say. This is my matchup chart. Alright, that's it.